One Plus 18-volt 2 toolkit from the Home Depot for only $99 was $139. Get 4th of July savings on the cordless power you need to make summer projects easier than ever. Right now at the Home Depot.
Feeling fatigued and lacking your usual zest for life? Low T could be the culprit. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers testosterone therapy plans starting at $125 a month with no contracts. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Turnaround season is here, and for any upcoming turnaround projects, choose the experts at the Advanced Turnaround Group from Action Industries. The Advanced Turnaround Group provides unmatched experience in turnaround management, specialty welding services, and personalized attention. With 24-hour emergency availability, trust the Advanced Turnaround Group, whose entire careers focus on turnaround excellence. Learn more at actionindinc.com, the Advanced Turnaround Group, subsidiary of Action Industries.
When we started GMFS Mortgage here in Baton Rouge 26 years ago, do you know where we wanted our headquarters to be? Here's a hint. We've never moved. That's right. We started in Baton Rouge. Our loans are originated, processed, and underwritten in Baton Rouge. Every step of the mortgage process happens here in Baton Rouge. So when you're ready to buy, build, renovate, or refinance, please check out GMFSmortgage.com and choose GMFS Mortgage of Baton Rouge. We are your local lender.
NMLS number 64997 is an equal housing lender. Mortgages originated at 7389 Florida Boulevard, Suite 200A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70806.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, July 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 89. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap the 4th of July holiday, and we'll discuss LSU football's big recruiting weekend. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB, here on this Monday. Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay, all here with you. Feels good to start a new week. Everybody here, full week of shows before we head off to Atlanta, Georgia for SEC Media Day. And yes, I did get my real ID, so I can fly with the team and I don't have to drive.
Let's go.
That's a big deal.
Weekend winner.
Dude,
huge deal.
It's a real big deal because when I went, she's like, I see this and this and this. I'm like, look, I need this.
I need a win.
What do I have to do to be able to walk out of here with an ID that allows me to get on a bird? She's like, well, technically, and she starts saying all this. I was like, no, ma'am.
No, like,
I just need whatever I need. Whatever it says on the computer, I need to get an ID, walk out of here with something where I can fly.
So are you saying you bribed a federal agent?
No, because I didn't give her anything,
Okay.
but I just like, ma'am, whatever, like, it was going to be $37.50 for this and $40, ma'am.
You got an unpaid parking ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of situation.
Yeah, I think I did. And I'm like, look, I don't care. I just need an ID that can get me on a bird.
I bet you got it.
I got it.
On July 3rd.
On July 3rd.
Attaboy.
So
did you took off your show?
I took off my afternoon show.
That's a big deal. That's a big commitment.
So actually, it did cost me way more than $37.50. I took off because I just didn't know how long it was going to, y'all kind of got me a little nervous how long it was going to be. I actually probably could have made like the second segment of my show and probably done it. But you know what?
So how long did it take?
Total time, it wasn't. I got there like a.
Which one did you go to?
So I'm trying to look it up right now because I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners that sent it to me on Twitter. Shout out to Kyle.
Oh, okay.
Kyle sent it to me. It was Neighborhood Auto and Title. Neighborhood
Okay.
Tile shop.
Auto, and I know there's a tile shop right next, so it's kind of confusing. I think I walked in the wrong door. Title on Corsi. Shout out to them as well. I was there for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty packed, but I did kind of, under 3 hours. So
Oh, okay. That's not
feels good.
terrible. Yeah.
So I laughed when you sent me that text message afterwards that you said you got it, and you're like, I was prepared though. Like you felt so accomplished when she asked for a piece of paper.
There was so many people that were there that they would ask for whatever, and person's just like, what? Like,
What?
I don't have that. What are you talking about? They're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Not me.
Mhm.
I had a folder.
Yeah.
I had a green folder, and it had everything in it.
Yep. Those
I told
people
you.
must not have had
Birth certificate,
Everything.
coworkers
mail.
that scared you
I know.
into being prepared.
The
She was like,
fear of
sir, do you have
God
your
in your
original
heart.
birth certificate? I'm like, boom.
There it is.
Social, original.
Yeah.
You text me, said, yeah, I felt so proud of
Oh,
myself.
that's so
I
good.
whipped that dusty ass
Oh,
birth certificate.
Let me tell y'all, it is hanging by a thread. A thread. It felt like something that Nicolas Cage needed for the next clue in National Treasure. It's so bad.
Well, you got it though.
Got it though.
I'm proud of you. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Thank you.
You don't have to drive.
We don't have to drive. You're coming with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
It was a team deal.
That's a cute thought.
Yeah. Moscona and Hunt and Rivers, they could have got
Everybody?
on.
That's crazy.
They could have got on the
Oh,
plane.
just
No,
what?
they could have got on the plane, but
Yeah.
like he's
The
team
foxhole
OTB, like
is the
foxhole.
foxhole,
Yeah,
yeah.
the foxhole doesn't change
No,
in
I
the
get
air
it.
and on the ground.
Yeah.
But what if shouldn't the foxhole be like he just makes the commitment to go get the real ID? In the
I did.
first
He
place?
did.
Yeah,
But
he did.
but I'm saying if
Oh, we're playing a
If it
lot of
fell
what ifs
through.
here.
if it didn't come through,
All right, I'm down for a road trip.
thank you. That's all.
Should we do it anyway?
Look, I just did 15 hours.
No, y'all
Wasn't
shouldn't do it
bad.
anyway. Jake had to wait 3 hours and get all this crap
True.
together. Like,
Sure,
y'all drive after all that. Y'all some fools.
that's true.
We could do a road trip. You could do we could do a 7-hour crunch. Like you could just quiz me on SEC coaches, players, stats.
Well, the best part about today is you don't know at 8:30
Oh boy.
we're doing an SEC quarterback tier list.
Oh, perfect.
Yep,
Well, I've been studying a quarterback that's not in the SEC, so that helps.
that's okay. It's okay. We'll walk
We're
you through
also
it.
doing aren't we doing the
Cade
Cade Clubnick
Clubnick
breakdown
is that
today,
coming
too?
today?
Well, I mean, you teased it.
So are we doing it today?
I mean, it's not as
He's got a
prepared as
lot
I'd
of
like.
notes over it.
It's
Hey,
not as prepared as I'd like for it to be.
You're not giving the Mel Kiper bio.
I mean,
Just giving you like a
That's
glance
true.
at.
This
I
is
mean,
a
I
bit
should
correct.
though because I'm smarter than Mel,
Well, yeah, and you've also been
and
playing
I'm
together.
better
for-
at I'm better at
don't have an argument
diagnosing
against
quarterbacks than Mel.
I
and
don't
most
think
people
anybody
in the
could
world.
argue that point.
Yeah, so I should probably have something really good. But it's gonna be our first one. We're just gonna give opinions. I don't really have a lot of clips or anything because the website that I go to watch this film on is kind of slow. So it's a little laggy.
Well, I mean, your laptop is probably from the year of our Lord 2011.
Yeah, but it's a Mac though, so it doesn't matter.
It's 14 years ago.
No, it's from 2017. I would
No,
say.
there's no way that,
Oh,
that
yeah.
relic is
Should we
from
look it up?
2017. Yeah, you can look it
Look
up.
it
I
up.
think there's a way, top
Go to
left
about-
corner, maybe
okay,
go
we'll go to
about this computer.
About this Mac.
I don't know.
Nope, not 1983.
That would be
good.
crazy.
Got a
Be a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
a little thicker.
Yeah.
Oh, so 13-incher, 2017.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
And it actually hadn't really slowed down at all.
Except watching the film.
Are y'all Mac? Y'all are all PC people?
I'm whatever
Yeah.
Bo Wegman got me for
Pretty
the desk
much.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home, I have a
PC.
Mac. I have
You got a Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would prefer a
I
Mac.
got a Mac in the office. Now that's a relic.
I just don't like, there's we have arguments with some coworkers about Macs versus the PC situation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, whatever, because we use PCs at our office too, because it runs like the accounting software a little bit better. But it's like you got to download all this like antivirus stuff. And I'm like, Macs don't get them.
That's true.
Like they just don't get them.
It's true. It's very true.
They always say it's like better for work, blah, blah, blah. What about all these these crappy pop-ups on here?
I hadn't thought of a pop-up in a very long time.
I know. That's because you got a Mac.
That's true. It's very true. Although I don't know what this Surface thing is that Bo got me. It's great, though. It's touchscreen. Whole deal.
That is nice.
I don't know what it is, but it works.
Hey, how are y'all rested? We had a 3-day.
yeah.
We had 3 days, people. How'd y'all do?
I had 3.5.
I mean, so it can go either way. You can either be like, all right, we're going to rest up. We're going to recharge the batteries. I'm going to get ultra sleep. I'm going to go to bed at the same time, just sleep later. Maybe grab a couple of naps in. Yeah. Or you could be like, I got 3 days off. Let's party a little bit. Let's stay up late.
We definitely stayed up late. Watched a couple TV shows. Redid the fireplace, which we saw you at the hardware store.
I did.
We saw you. So we spent our time redoing our fireplace. Anytime we're home for an extended, good.
Like I was impressed. Y'all were some DIYers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Katie, we've redone like 7 houses.
Mm-hmm. So the plaster looked good.
It looked good.
They were plastering their fireplace, people.
We did to make it look like stone. It turned out great. Call me Al Borland.
Me and the kids were there for something a little less
Do y'all
productive.
get that?
Chip and Joe was what I was going to go
Y'all
with.
get Al Borland, though?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Al Borland.
Home Improvement.
Okay.
Oh,
Taylor
that was
is
his
like
name?
that was Tim's partner that always wore the flannel.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Taylor is an old soul, and it's probably still playing there in LP.
I mean, I used to watch it. I just don't remember.
Do y'all remember the show that he co-hosted with Al Borland? The name of the show?
No.
Yeah, Tool Time.
There we go. Nailed it.
Taylor's that like, if there's like Nick at Night trivia, Tay-Tay's getting it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably
who was the first season of Home Improvement? Who was the Tool Time girl?
I don't remember her name.
Ooh.
Pamela
Pamela Anderson.
Pam Anderson. Ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Straight from Baywatch.
Put that on Plucker's trivia night.
Boom.
Man, rest in peace.
Rip.
Yeah, so we were at
rip.
We were at Lowe's for something a little less productive but fun. So we just go.
I walk in and I hear Hester's, and it's Flynn. He's got a couple of his children on the flatbed there, and I see just like all these water slides, tubes, sprinkler system. I'm like, oh, we're about to go to the Redneck Riviera.
Oh yeah, we're about to get down a little bit. So we go there. So my kids love to go and get the on the flatbed and act like it's like a surfboard. And so we just race up and down the aisles at Lowe's. They love it. They fall down a few times, but for the most part, they stay up. But we went and got the one of those big like Visqueen, like 10-foot by 100-foot plastic. Get the thick one, get the 6 mil thick. And you just roll that sucker out on the backyard, and you get some you go get some baby shampoo,
because
some baby oil, So you just put it all over that stuff, and you just make your own little slip and slide. If you got a little hill, get a good running start, and you get some tubes. It's like you can go for like 100 feet.
Yeah,
boom, and you're just
how'd it go?
It was great. So we got the tubes, we got the sprinklers. We were the whole family. It was a whole family affair.
I bet after
about 3-4 hours of
couple of those Secchies, I bet you went real fast down.
And then I got
hill.
one of those inflatable, I would say it's probably about 8 foot long inflatable pools. That was actually pretty good. It was $40, and it was like the best little $40 pool I've ever bought. It was great.
You buying a lot of $40 pools?
Well, once or two a year.
Yeah. All right. Alondra, Tay-Tay, how did we take in the fourth? Because we just kind of like I said, we had a house project. We got some fireworks. We enjoyed other people's fireworks, but we kind of kept it low key a little bit. Had burgers.
I didn't do anything on 4th of July. I just chilled literally all day, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I was going to go to Le Berge, to the casino, and then I just didn't feel like it, so I didn't go. And then I was out at the pool Saturday, and then yesterday I just cleaned my entire house.
Probably felt pretty good.
No, that was I
Yeah.
needed that because I have not had a weekend where I didn't do anything for a while. So I needed to reset my entire life. It's like an active
hard reset.
A hard
Factory,
reset. Yes.
go to it,
I
click
am
on it, reset all
still,
settings.
Yeah, very actively trying to
Fair.
attempt to get my life together.
Fair.
Which is going to be an ongoing.
Feels like you're doing great, though. Feels like you're doing great.
Try my best.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Tay, I know that your LP birthright did not allow you to just chill on the 4th of July.
No, we went and got some barbecue on the 4th with my family. We actually went out, went and saw the new Jurassic World movie.
Whoa.
Did all that on the 4th. And then
Gotta get a review of that later.
Saturday, me and Victoria had hot dogs and burgers, everything that we were going to do at the house. But our family calls us, hey, we're going out, whatever.
Yeah.
So we actually did burgers and hot dogs Saturday on the 5th. And then yesterday, also, Victoria did a deep clean in the inside, and I was in charge of the outside. So that's kind of how it
Well,
went.
you put on those Air Monarchs, and a yard hates to see you coming.
Bro,
The yard was so scared.
tell you what.
The yard was shaking.
Tell you what, I was weed eating down that driveway. Oh my God. Tell you what, there is not a straighter line in my neighborhood.
All right, do you have an edger, or do you just flip the weed
it
eater
over.
sideways? And
Oh no, I weed eat the whole thing.
Okay.
I go the whole way.
Are you like a pro? You take the little shield off of the weed eater. You know, it comes with that safety
no,
cap.
I keep it.
But the pros,
Yeah, I keep it.
the pro, when you drive and you see a good yard company, none of them have that shield. They take it off there. 'Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
They got
I've always
talent.
just kept it.
Feels like a challenge.
Anything I own, Matt, is just gonna be stock. Just how it comes.
Sure.
That's
custom,
everything.
no
I have.
customization.
Yeah,
You
it's just gonna be stock.
You feel stock, which stock's good sometimes.
Yep.
It's not dangerous. It's safe. It's a little safe, which is okay. It's okay to be
Anybody's
safe sometimes.
you ever put this on your truck? No, haven't. Nope. Did it come with it? Don't have it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. I feel like you'll get there. You're not 30 yet.
No, I'm 28.
Once you're 30, you're going to start looking at
I
that
don't wanna
lawn
be
equipment
pushing
and
this.
being like, man, I can.
Are you saying he's going to be Danger Russ? Maybe unlimited?
Wow. I hope so.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. We did it. We hit them all. We hit all three.
All right, here we go.
We hit all three.
Hey,
Instead of push-ups, let's do high knees during the break.
high knees and stretches. Oh man, it's cringe.
All right.
Hey, I just want y'all to know. Did you know that fireworks are indeed illegal in Baton Rouge?
I told
Yeah,
y'all.
that's my bad.
That's on you.
It actually it's on
Apparently,
the
I
article.
could have got
It's
up to a
actually on the
$500
article
fine
that I
or
read.
6 months in prison.
Let me
So,
find the article.
We went to St. Gabriel.
You
and got,
risked me going to prison for 6 months.
We got some
I
fireworks.
told
bailed you
everybody
out.
it's legal.
I would have bailed you out.
We got some fireworks. Now, we didn't get anything too crazy, just some low-key ones, but we, got a bag full, Roman
Sure.
candles, other stuff, whatever. But, when we're leaving St. Gabriel to go back to our house, there's, 4 cops going into U Club.
Yeah.
And then they pull out, and then they pull into the next neighborhood, and then
Yeah.
they pull out. I'm like, are they stopping people from doing
Alondra
fireworks?
told me it was legal.
And I was like, well, they're going to pull in our neighborhood, and we're just going to have to wait till they leave to do the fireworks. But
Yeah.
they skipped our neighborhood, so thank goodness.
There were people popping them in my neighborhood. But here's my question. Why are we not allowed to pop fireworks, but
St.
they
Gabriel
are?
can.
Or
Yeah.
weren't there fireworks on the levee or something like that? Or was it down in St. Gabriel that happened and that's why they were allowed to?
I know they do a big fireworks show
Downtown, right?
Downtown, yeah. Why?
How
hold on,
come
why
they're
can
allowed
y'all
to do
do
it?
them? It's not like we live in a dry climate. Where somebody
Yeah.
explain it to me. Because if you live somewhere dry, okay, I get it, whatever. You
I
don't
would
want a
probably say because
wildfire.
there's probably a lot of idiots out there.
Well, there's idiots everywhere.
That's true.
With fireworks. I mean, I was an idiot growing up with fireworks.
We actually set our big ones off last night. We were at some
You were
friend's house
those
on
neighbors?
July 4th.
Y'all were those
You
neighbors?
were those neighbors.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
on July 6th, when people are just trying to go
Still
about their
scaring
day.
dogs.
Oh yeah, I'm
Think
going
about
to
the
bed.
vets.
I'm going to bed last night. It's 11. A dog wakes up barking. I'm like, what? I take him outside. Maybe he needs to go out. No, there's people popping fireworks 11:30 at night on a Sunday. I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh,
So
you got
you're
to get rid of them before the work week.
You're
That's why
like
you do them
over
on the
here
4th.
giving veterans PTSD just because
Yeah.
you got
It
to
was
get rid of
8:40.
them.
We did them at 8:40. Everyone
Even
relax.
worse.
8:40 is
So
okay.
we take the kids to the fireworks stand. Okay, We drive out to Prairieville. We go to this sweet little fireworks stand, and so we spend the money. We get the bag full of like the kids stuff, the sparklers,
Where's the good stuff?
The good stuff. You know what I mean? And so we go over for the 4th. We go over to some friend's house, and we light some fireworks there. But we're not lighting the big like cubes that I bought that have like 15 shots each. So I bought 2 of those, and so like, we were gonna do it the day after.
Yeah.
But we just kind of forgot. We were watching. We made it like 90s movie weekend, so we were watching 90s movie. We kind of forgot. So we did them yesterday. We weren't going to just sit on them till, I don't know, New Year's.
All right, we got a break, but real quick, what was on the 90s movie playlist? Heavyweights? Sandlot?
Well, we've done Sandlot before. Of course, we did Independence Day with the kids on Friday. Saturday night was Little Big League.
Oh,
hell yeah!
I still can't believe he caught that ball in the end. I'm like, that's not how these movies work.
That's not how these work, guys. They were kind of it was at that point. Did Little Big League like change the dynamics of movies? Like they flipped the switch.
Yeah.
King Griffey Jr. though, baller.
Yeah, it was baller. I definitely didn't think he was going to catch it.
No. But as soon as he took off
Sorry
running,
if we spoiled Little Big League for y'all.
Dude, it's
you haven't seen that.
It scratched so much nostalgia itch for me.
Old.
It was great though. Still good. I got some good like belly laughs from it, from jokes that I probably didn't get when I was a kid.
That's true. It's fair. I need to go back and watch it. Maybe it's on our movie night. We'll get this thing started when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com. One of the cool things they always have, like if it is a big holiday like the 4th of July, like when you went on the other day, like it had, hey, here's the update. Here's when we're going to pick up your trash, just so you know every detail. And I'm sure, look, you'll get that sent to your phone as well, because you know they're going to send text reminders, put your trash out. I mean, they take all the hassle out of everything, right? So go to the website, sign up today. If you're one of the lucky ones that's able to do that for residential service, you can always sign up for that commercial service. Roll-off dumpsters, 3 sizes to choose from. Give them a call and make sure you've got the right one on your project. That is trashrangers.com.
Yeah, you got a 4th of July party, you just had it. You got anything. Got a bunch of people over. You got a lot of trash. Got to throw it away. You want reliable. You want hassle-free. You want a company that cares about taking care of your house, your business, your residence, wherever it is. Give them a call today or go visit them, trashrangers.com.
Pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
Players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Good start, Alondra. Good start. Good start on the ones and twos. I guess we should get this thing started as well.
To get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Visit GoFlowIV.com. You can also visit GoFlow IV Spa on Facebook. You can book your appointment today. It is right on Jefferson near Bocage. You see the number right here, 225-953-8150. Book that appointment today. It is summer, it is hot, and you need to be hydrated. Go see them over at GoFlow IV Spa.
Yeah, go visit them on Jefferson. Go visit their website, GoFlow IV. Check out their membership deals, their services, their menu of IVs that you can get. If you got a case of the Mondays, kind of like me right now, you need a little pick-me-up, whatever you need, go visit them.
You're not supposed to admit that.
Why not? You got to be honest with the people. And honestly, go get hydrated. Go to GoFlow, GoFlowIV.com.
All right, as we get this thing started, we are going to, next week at this time, be boots on the ground in Atlanta, Georgia for SEC Media Day. I am very excited because it's the first time for Flynn, and it is madness. It is chaotic.
Should I be excited?
Yes, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's like summer camp for all the people in our business. Now, during the day, you do the work and you make sure that everything's taken care of. Then at night you can relax and fellowship with your fellow colleagues.
Mm-hmm. But you can't fellowship too hard because we are the morning show.
Well, you can, and then you'll be sitting there and you're waiting for T-Bob to come up the escalator with about 13 seconds left before the show starts, and he hadn't answered any of your texts or phone calls, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this last day solo. But he showed up. He was there. So I can't tell you how much you can enjoy it or not.
It's a kind of a hoot with the owl, soar with the eagle situation.
As Bobby Aber would say, my dad was hoot with the owls. You got a cock-a-doodle-doo with the roosters.
Okay, all right.
So either way, I mean.
Soar with the Eagles was a Moffitt-ism, thanks.
I don't know. I've heard Bobby Aber say that too.
Okay.
So either way, legend said it.
Well, we're going to do it. I'm excited about it. I wouldn't say I'm nervous about it, but certainly this is going to test the limits of my sports preparation, my sports knowledge, and I'm excited about
that. Little notebook's going to have a lot of chicken scratch on it.
No, I'm excited about jumping into it because it's going to kind of force me to kickstart the football preparation.
Right.
Because believe you me, I will be prepared for football season. So this is going to kickstart that because it's going to force me. I'm kind of curious. When do they release the list of attendees? I know all the coaches, of course.
That should be any
day now, right?
Yeah, probably later
it's normally
today.
A week before.
Probably later today, because I know the Big 12 and the Big 10, we talked about that last week. They've already been released, and so those are out there. And I think the Big 10's like the SEC, where it's 3 per team. And then the Big 12 is just whatever. We'll go off vibes. You want 6? Cool. You want 3? All right. 7, including 2 quarterbacks and a kicker? We got you. Yeah. Come on. So
let's bring the start of 22.
We'll get the list. And the way that I usually format it is we are the morning shows, so we don't have like Hunt's going to be like prime time because Hunt's coming this year for the first time. He's going to be prime time when everybody's kind of walking through because that's really the time period. And then Moscona gets a little bit at the end, and so he records a lot as well. So that's what you'll be down there recording some as well.
So yeah, let's prep our listeners for that. So your show starts at noon
Eastern time.
So there's going to be like an hour.
I got an hour between shows.
Yep.
And then I go to off campus for 4 hours.
So your boy going to be recording some interviews.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because Hunt's show starts. What time's Hunt's show start, y'all?
1.
Oh yeah, so you'll have some time.
It'll be 1 here, 2 Eastern, right?
And you'll be down there. Rivers will be down there with you, so y'all can record some interviews together. Because
hey, Levy, get over here, Levy. Let's go.
I guarantee you, she can get Jeff Levy.
So what's your coaching path? Where'd you come from, guy?
So
should I start with that?
Jeff Levy was a player at Oklahoma.
Do the coaches like it when you call him guy?
Probably not. He had to get medically. What do you call it? Like just a medical? What we should call that? I don't remember.
A medical release.
Yeah, basically that's what happened to him. And at Oklahoma, when he was a player, he's a giant human. You'll see, offensive lineman. And so when that happened to him, he immediately went into student coaching for Oklahoma. And that's where he got his start. And he's had a lot of success there. He was the OC there before he was the head coach at Mississippi State. And there's your profile on Jeff Levy.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that to him and then say, can you expand on this?
I can't. I'm really excited for the first interview. And, hey, they're recorded, so we don't have to play them if they're bad.
That's
no pressure.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We can actually chop them up, too. Make them sound better than they are.
The best part is you can ease into it because LSU's on the first day.
Perfect. I don't know if that's the one you want to ease into, though, right?
Yeah, I was being very sarcastic.
Yeah. The wheels were spinning there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. We're gonna provide some really good content.
Yeah, you remember my my little color coded system that you made fun of for the draft a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that for you, and then we'll see.
You don't need to do anything for me. I got this.
Well, I'm going to do it for myself, so I'm just going to make a copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a week of preparation. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
You should have plenty of quarterbacks there. All jokes aside, you're going to this is the year of the quarterback. And if these teams don't try to be the smartest guy in the room, they bring the quarterback like they should. I mean, we're talking Arch Manning, DJ Lagway, Diego Pavia, Garrett Nussmeier, John Mateer, Lenora Sellers. I mean, this is going to be a stacked quarterback roster.
I mean, it's a stacked quarterback.
I'm sure Gunnar Stockton's going to be there for Georgia. I don't know if Alabama, since they have a battle, I don't know if they'll bring a quarterback, but there's going to be some Jimmys and Joes at your position. Where that way, I mean, I'm actually excited to hear you talk with them.
Yeah, I kind of got to figure out something. Some sort of consistent line of questioning for them as far from like the quarterback position. I kind of want to just like, I'd like to ask people consistent questions and see if I get like different responses just to kind of like test their QB IQ a little bit, or maybe not IQ, just like the way they approach the game, approach a line of scrimmage, approach a practice, things like that. That's what I'm really curious. I mean, y'all know that I'm more curious about like how the, what happens in the brain, psychology of sports. That's what I'm really interested in, and what athletes go through from a mental standpoint.
Yeah.
And of course, we all love to cheer on and praise and yell at the physical part of sports, but like the psychology is what really interests me. So I want to kind of dive into that with those guys, and the coaching, talking to coaches, asking coaches. That's going to be the more challenging part for me, but like talking to the quarterbacks, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, and man, that SEC is stacked from top to bottom. It's so doing a quarterback tier list today.
We are.
It's going to be a toughie.
We are.
I mean, not number one, obviously. It's going to be easy.
We're going to go elite, good, don't know, and oh boy. Does that sound good?
I like the oh boys.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we'll do that at 8:30.
Daniel in the chat says, I bet Flynn gets at least 3 good questions next week. Should we set the over-under?
I'll set it at 3.
At 3? That's all we're going to do is we're going to be interviewing all week. It's got to be higher.
We're not. I mean, the morning show again. Like we'll get like 1 team per day, so it's only really 5.
Okay.
As far as like players and coaches, now we'll have different people like in sports media join us. Does that count too? Like if you get a good question from those guys,
I think it all
gals.
Counts.
Okay,
I count it all.
3. I think it means even more if somebody in like sports media.
That's
is
great. It's a great
that.
point. 3.
I think 3 is a good.
Yeah, 3. You're not going to get as
line.
many as you think. Not your fault. Like when you're interviewing an
Kids,
athlete,
yeah.
they're thinking more about the question. They're not going to be like, "Oh, good question," all this. Like they're focused on that. You're probably not going to get any from them
Unless you ask them like something real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you need to. Have you seen that guy? What's his name? Nodwar or something like that. And he interviews celebrities, and he'll know like the deepest, darkest secret about the celebrity, and they're always like, "Whoa, how did you know that?" Like it's crazy.
That's what we need.
Y'all need to.
You got to do something to break the ice with college kids.
Give me an athlete, and I will find something crazy about them. That
all right,
like
I'm gonna give Alondra. We're gonna give you all the morning teams, like whoever that ends up being, the 5 morning teams.
Yeah, give me their
We're
names.
gonna give you 1 player from one of those 5. Yeah,
I will go. Full
You have to do
girl
something like
FBI
that.
on it.
Yeah.
With college kids, you have to do something to break the ice because we all know, and they're trained to do this. College athletes are really boring to listen to when they give interviews and they give answers. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions. We all were. Like I go back and watch mine and say, but that's what they like trained us to do.
Yeah,
they want you to talk and say nothing. Right. So you did that, and they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to give you the answers like that. But I feel like if you can break the ice with them, you can get a little bit back. Get a little bit. That's what you want.
Look, and there's going to be a time where you feel like you've got a pretty good question. You ask a question, and the player is going to look at you and go, "Yeah," and then you're going to have to
pivot. Got to pivot.
Find somewhere to go.
I'll just hit him with it again. Can you expand on that? Yeah. Why? Why'd you say that?
But okay, I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward.
Or
to
if he just does that, I'll just be, well, that was it.
Back to you,
over.
Jake.
That was it.
And boom goes the dynamite.
So hopefully we will find out that list today of who's going to be there for which teams. And, sometimes a team will surprise you. And if they've got, a quarterback battle who we already kind of know who the winner is going to be, they won't bring a quarterback because they're trying not to have one guy get mad at the other guy going to media days. But I still expect a full list and some elite quarterbacks to be on that list. All right, we will take a break. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org, not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you. 225-925-8552 is the number. 24/7, 365 weekend holiday. If you would have had something on the 4th of July, they would have been there, because that's what 24/7, 365 means. So again, 225-925-8552 is the number. Always online at centralplumbing.org. And remember, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you one more time, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, you know how powerful it is to know that the company that works for you 24/7, no matter when it is, 365 days a year, if something happens to your home, to your business, when you're sitting there with your entire family, that they can come and fix it on the spot. Central Plumbing, they can help anything you want on your plumbing needs. You got a flooding, a leak, whatever it is. Centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Tay-Tay, inside the dock today, you put a little recruiting news. It does feel like LSU has, gotten a couple guys over the last couple of days. It feels like every time I open up social media, you see somebody in a Tiger uniform. Edit. Tay-Tay, who is joining, well, as we know, soft maybe, this signing class for LSU?
Well, so going back to last Wednesday, they got 5-star edge Trenton Henderson. Yep. Like, that was a big one you have to have. And then on 4th of July, like Brian Kelly and his staff, they had a pretty good 4th of July. Isaiah Washington out of Haynesville. He's listed as a safety, 6'3", so really good size on him, only 170, but plays quarterback for the team as well. They say he can play corner and safety, so Olsen and Raymond both led his recruiting. Look, he's a solid player. And then you have Bryson Cooley, a 4-star offensive tackle. He's a big one. He's 6'6", 315 pounds. He's a 4-star player. He's out of the state of Mississippi. Like, that gives you 4 commitments because you got Emmanuel Tucker, who we talked about a couple of weeks ago. You have Jalen Chapman. You have Bryson Martinez right there out of EA. You basically got 2 guards, 2 tackles in this class. Like, this class is coming along nicely. And get this, like, you go look at On3's rankings.
Yep.
You only have 14 commits. A couple other teams have 25. They're still 7th overall in team rankings. So, like, at least on 3, like, it's a quality over quantity at this point. Like, it's only going to continue to grow if you can keep these guys.
And you have yet to get your quarterback for this class. And so once you do that, because I don't think you can go anymore without getting a quarterback in every class. Once you do that, it's going to continue to go up. And so to your point, it is 7th, but when you talk about who they have in the class, it's as impressive as anybody. I mean, I feel like they're like top 3 at the end of this deal. At least it feels like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now, speaking of 4th of July, they did lose a big one, Booby Feaster.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little bit under the radar. He's going to USC, which, what a choice there, Booby. But he's not in. But you're holding on to Tristan Keys, at least right now. 5-star receiver out of Mississippi. Like, you get that quarterback in because your DB class is coming along nicely. That's kind of a question mark on your team this year. Your O-line class looks really good. That's a question mark on the team this year. Like, you get that quarterback in there, everything else around it looks pretty solid. Like, yeah, this could be a top 5 class easy.
What's interesting, we kind of talked about this last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, about the quarterback position when it comes to high school recruiting. It's, to me, it's not quite as important that you land one every year because of, we have such a.
You can get one if you miss now.
You can get one,
but it just feels like
already qualified.
It feels like they want to add one.
I think you want to add one every year. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I don't think you press and you settle for one every year, especially with a big dynamic class coming next year as well. And then just the ability to, LSU, of course, has 2 Heismans at quarterback in the last 6 years. So it's like you can go recruit some guys that are ready to play right now if you need it. So this day and age in college football, it's not quite as important that you hit every single year.
Right.
I think you try to, and you pick and choose the guys you want, but I don't think that you just have to fall back on someone just because you want a quarterback and you need just another guy or another arm or whatever it is. Now, you could take a 3-star guy and he hits and he becomes the best quarterback you've ever had, but you just don't have to, especially with 2027 class coming a year after that.
Well, I mean, in this last class, you were able to get Micah Van Buren, who's a young player, but he has started a year in the SEC, and that's kind of your quarterback for this last year. And you're right. Like, when you have the opportunity to add a top 10 quarterback, like, no matter how you look at it, LSU is going to add a top 10 quarterback next year. It might be the number 1 overall quarterback. There's so many guys with so many Louisiana ties, guys from the state of Louisiana. Nussmeier's brother, even though he's in Texas, that's a tie. I mean, we even went like Gunnar Rivers, Phillip Rivers' son. Well, his uncle Steven, who coaches him, he signed and played for LSU.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a ton of ties. There's like 5 guys. I think there's 3 top 15 quarterbacks in Louisiana, and those 2 that we mentioned. There's 5 guys that you got some pretty strong ties to.
Yeah, and you'll be recruiting all of these guys off of a year. I mean, you're going to come into this season, and it remains to be seen how the season works out from a team standpoint on wins and losses. It's going to how the close games are going to pan out, but offensively, you're going to be good. You're going to put up numbers. You're going to put up stats. You're going to put up an offense that looks really good to recruits and you can sell on and you can recruit with. So no matter how that works out, it's going to look good. So you're right. I mean, you will bring in top-tier talent year in, year out. It's just if some of those guys don't pan out, if there's a couple of guys this year that don't want to come to LSU because of the class next year, which I would never understand that as an 18-year-old, but it's not a panic button situation just because, I mean, it's LSU's got to be one of the, if not the highest coveted position to come to as a quarterback.
Well, not only because of the quarterbacks and them having 2 Heisman Trophy winners, but also the receivers.
Yeah, they're pretty decent around here.
They're like, if you look up in the NFL, it's like 4 of the top 10 receivers are from LSU. And those are just in the last 6 years. So also, like, who you're going to be throwing the football to and some of the numbers that LSU's been putting up through the air. Like, did we think 10 years ago we would be sitting here talking about 2 Heisman Trophy quarterbacks? Now, you've always had receivers. That's nothing new. I mean, Louisiana produces receivers at a very high clip. But if I'm a quarterback, knowing I'm going to be throwing to those Jimmies and Joes, knowing what the quarterbacks have done here over the last couple of years, I don't really know why you would look anywhere else. If you have a tie, if you're from this area, if you're from this region, it's like that is like the standard right now. And then what Nuss is doing right now, Nuss is, no matter where you look, he's got top 5 Heisman odds.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's like LSU. This is the old head talking to us right here. This is, as an LSU fan, saying, wow, we have such a good offense. It's the defense we got to worry about. When for so long it has been opposite of that here at LSU, especially for a decade. We had the best defense every single year, one of the best defenses in the country. We just got to get past the 50. Like we got to figure out how to do that. And it just switches on you in a blink of an eye. And a couple years ago in Jaden's last year, it's like, man, can we just stop somebody from getting across the 50?
Can they not score one time. Because if they don't score once, LSU's got to get it.
Just not every time, please. But no, you're right. I mean, if you're looking around the country, there's a lot of desirable places, and I know now there is an extra element with the money that comes into play.
Yeah.
Money, opportunity, business opportunity, all these different things start to come into play. But I got a hard time believing anybody out there who's got a top 5 quarterback ranking in high school is not at least taking a good, hard gander at LSU. Now I got a question on the recruits. How are they announcing this? Are they still putting them in the toy box on social media?
No, so
that's when they sign.
When they sign, okay.
It did blow your mind when I told you that actually is something that
I thought
exists. It's not a Photoshop.
It was just completely Photoshopped. So they're physically putting these kids in a toy box.
Yes, I've seen it.
Can we just not put them in toy boxes anymore? That's my one request.
What do you want to put them in?
Let's just do like maybe just a headshot.
You know how this thing works now. It ain't gonna be just a headshot.
There's 2 things that kind of bug me. It's the toy box,
and then the backwards L.
And the backwards L in pictures.
I wish y'all knew how bad the backwards L triggers this
So like
guy.
when you're side by side with somebody, when the guy on the right, he can put his right hand up.
Yeah.
Right side L. Well, it's your left hand. If you're standing on the left side of a picture, it's your left hand that's free, so you can't throw a normal L up, so you got to flip the wrist and go backwards.
Yeah.
I hate it.
What do you want him to do? Throw up a backwards L?
Let's just not throw the L up.
Well, that's just because they didn't do that when we were playing. That's a backwards L. Nobody wants to do that. You got to flip that.
No, you can't flip it. That bothers me so much. I don't like the toy box, and I don't like the backward L. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I think it's an old
got
man
a feeling.
take.
It's an old man take. I don't know. Backward L. It just looks silly.
All right, we'll be back.
I think some people are agreeing with me.
More OTB 104.5 ESPN Vantage.
Off the bench.
Throw the backwards L.
You know who doesn't throw the backwards L up?
Tommy. GoTommys.com. GEAUX Tommys. Tommy with a Y.com. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding, where you will clearly see the difference. They are award winning. They win awards every single year. They've been doing this for a very, very long time.
Surely there wasn't a
year. 30
year
years of experience. Now they actually probably already pre-ordered the banner.
The printing company just prints it out automatically. Just ships it to them on the first of every year.
Yep, because they know what's coming, and that is Tommy and the team coming to do your project at your home, at your business, whatever it is. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Go to GoTommys.com.
GoTommys.com. Go to it right now and go see the gallery of work that they do. You can actually see with your own eyes what they've done with clients. You can hear testimonials from clients. Windows and siding, lifetime warranty. Are you kidding me? That's a full lifetime you got. GoTommys.com. Go check them out. Give them a call today. GoTommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to have weekend winners kick off hour number 2 of the show. Going to have our SEC quarterback tier list. Not really like list like we used to do, but we'll put them in tiers at 8:30. We've got Devin Snow joining us at 9:15. What time are we breaking down Cade Clubnick?
I say we tier list it now, then also do one right before the season, because there's going to be a lot more research preparation. I like that.
I know you.
Your first take on it.
You're tough. You're pretty tough on quarterbacks.
I am pretty tough
so
on
you're
quarterbacks.
Be like, this guy sucks.
So, we're going to talk about Cade Clubnick next hour, and it's going to be our first shot at this. And I got to remember that these kids are in college too.
8:15, Flynn's full breakdown of Cade Clubnick, Clemson, starting quarterback. More OTB when we come back.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space, your home, your business. You can tell them what you're looking for, but they can walk in and know exactly what you need as soon as they get there. That's what they do. They walk in, okay, hey, here's what I would do. I would put a shade here, right? I would put blinds here, whatever, like literally whatever it is. It is so impressive how quickly they're going to know your space. So you have them come out. It can be kitchen, it can be outdoor patio, front door, does not matter. They're going to be able to get it done. And again, they're going to come in and know your space better than you do in like 5 to 10 minutes. KTZBlinds.com.
Yeah, make your house more energy efficient. They can come in and tell you exactly what you need to keep that AC bill down. And they can cover your windows at any budget as well. Go to KTZBlinds.com. Go see their brand new website. See what they can do for you. KTZBlinds.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish contractors, let's get building.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, July 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 89. In hour two of today's show, we'll have weekend winners at 8 a.m. Matt Flynn breaks down quarterback Cade Clubnick and our SEC QB tier list at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number two of OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's go ahead now and get to some weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
All right, we'll start off with Clayton Kershaw, weekend winner. He becomes only the fourth left-handed pitcher to ever amass 3,000 career strikeouts. Obviously, longevity has to play a big part in this. You got to play for a long time. You got to stay healthy, and you got to be good. And he is all of those things. So Clayton Kershaw, man, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's going to actually be put on the All-Star team this year. Kind of one of those, tip of the cap to your career, because this is going to be, I believe, his last year to play baseball. I think he was just trying to get to 3,000. He is now there, and, man, I was at John Smoltz' game for the Braves whenever he got his 3,000th strikeout. Doesn't happen very often. Again, only the 4th left-handed pitcher to ever do it.
That's a big deal. He's such a good pitcher. And, you know, when you're kind of like a fly-by-night baseball fan like myself, you only really watch in Major League. I've only watched playoff series in the last handful of years, and it seems like he's always getting hit. I don't know if is that a thing with him? I feel like it's always kind of like in the playoffs, he just doesn't show up like he does in the regular season.
Man, wow, just hating on this guy after I put him in weekend winners.
Is that a thing, though? Am I right on that?
It's kind of a thing.
He's not as good in the postseason as he is in the regular season.
I mean, and like, you know, one bad out in a playoff can make it seem like you're not a playoff dude, but pretty cool. 3,000. I'm going to keep it here in the Major League Baseballs.
Hell yeah.
The Major League
Baseballs.
I like it.
Call it the MLB. Chicago Cubs. I don't know if there's many things more American than their team. Shout out to them. They've been a team a while. There's nothing much more American than Wrigley Field, especially Wrigley Field on July 4th. But on this July 4th, Chicago Cubs set a new franchise record. 8 home runs in a single game. That's 8 dingers if you're counting.
Yeah.
And it's a feat that's only been done 23 times in Major League Baseball history. 8 home runs in one game. Let's see here. Michael Bush, I think first baseman, hit 3 home runs.
Yeah.
3 of them. 3 dingers. So shout out. They've been playing baseball a long time. So anytime you can set a franchise record in a positive way from an organization been playing baseball that long is pretty darn good, especially cool being on July 4th.
Yep. I was watching the game.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I agree. So I have quite a few weekend winners on like the entire weekend, but if we're going to keep it with baseball, got a couple LSU baseball MLB weekend winners. Paul Skeens and Alex Bregman, both named to the All-Star teams for 2025. So shout out to them. Poor Paul. Get him out of Pittsburgh.
He got another no decision.
Yeah. Also, real quick before I move on to Taylor, huge weekend winners to the All-American Rejects and the Savannah Bananas.
That's right. Yeah.
Because I know that the Savannah Bananas, for some reason, the internet always turns on things that people enjoy. Like, people really love the Savannah Bananas. Yeah. And now the internet's kind of turning on the Savannah Bananas. I love them. Taylor, you can play it. It's fine. We don't need the sound. But All-American Rejects has been going around to like house and frat parties and stuff like that and doing pop-up concerts. So they did it at the Savannah Bananas, and this is just great marketing for everybody involved. And I love it so much because I just love what the All-American Rejects are doing with the house tours in general. And then to like partner it with something like the Savannah Bananas is so great. I love it. So weekend winners, All-American Rejects, and the Savannah Bananas. They were singing Move Along.
I mean, they are selling
10 out of 10.
out massive stadiums.
Yeah.
It is just wild. Like, good on them for coming up with an idea and perfecting it and becoming the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Uh-huh. I mean, like times 1,000.
Well, I'm saying like when our parents were younger, like the Globetrotters probably felt something like this, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were massive. They're not now.
Right.
I mean, now they come to the River Center, and there's a couple hundred people there. But there was a day where,
and you got to think
awesome.
Something like the Savannah Bananas doesn't happen to this extent without social media. That's what you can't recreate the Harlem Globetrotters in a completely different sport and do it better.
Yeah.
Without the influence.
They
of social
sold
media.
out. Look at that. That's Fenway.
I think that's why I love all of this so much, though, is because Savannah Bananas are very on the internet. They go viral all the time. The All-American Rejects, nobody really talked about them anymore. And then they start doing these house tours. It starts going viral on Twitter, on TikTok, all that stuff. And then they partnered up, and they're just
they're not a weekend winner. All-American Rejects are a summer winner right now. They're
I agree.
killing it.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took the crowd to realize that wasn't a Savannah Banana player coming out? Because they do that too. They'll lip sync.
Yeah.
They'll lip sync stuff coming out of the stands, and then they're like, "Oh, all of Fenway was like,
Oh, snap.
It's a concert.
It's All-American Rejects.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's awesome. Weekend winner them.
Yeah,
they stayed by the Bananas dugout the entire game.
That's awesome.
Played in between
Oh,
innings.
really?
Everything.
Did they really?
Yeah, so like after they did this, they stayed the whole
That's
game.
pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Good on them.
That's awesome.
All right, Tay, what you got?
Yeah, I saw somebody put this in the doc. So if it's Jake or Matt's, didn't mean to steal it. It was just something that I thought I was going to do earlier in the show. Garrett Nussmeier
I put it in there.
engaged
That's okay.
to his girlfriend Ella Springfield over the weekend. So
Shout out.
shout out
Go
Nuss.
Nuss. Play ball. Well
One
done.
more driver on the Nuss bus.
Yeah.
Right. Get yourself engaged.
He drives all the decisions.
Yeah.
That's right. Happy wife, happy life.
Nice work.
Hell
Coming
yeah.
for someone that also got engaged in college.
I did. And married.
That's right.
Wait,
You were
when
there.
when did you get married?
I got married this summer going into my senior season.
You won a national championship that year. Just saying.
We
Do
did.
you think that Nuss
did.
will ask me to be an usher?
We
Or a
can't.
groomsman. Who?
I can't
There's
even
really
get
no
him-
difference.
Well, actually, I take that back. He was going to come on a couple of weeks ago, but it was when you were going out of town, and we haven't been able to reschedule him to come back on the show. He was coming on that Wednesday.
Way to go, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I should have just had him on.
Should have.
I was like,
It's
no,
not our-
you know what? We'll wait.
It's not our fault.
We'll wait on Flynn.
Yeah.
Quarterback to quarterback.
It's not my fault either.
Sure as hell isn't mine. You went out of town. You turned 40. Whose fault is that?
You asked me to do
Alvin
this job.
and Ruth?
You asked me to do this job. I said, I got to go out of town this week. I said, all right, that's no problem.
We'll see if we can get him back.
Oh, we will. Don't
No,
you worry.
yeah, you're doing-
He's listening right now.
You're doing great.
For sure.
Weekend winner, not for something he did just this weekend, but for a stat that I saw and continues to play really, really well. Former LSU baseball player Josh Smith.
Oh, yeah.
So, like right
He's
now,
been killing it.
he's leading the
in the
Rangers
league.
in batting average. He's an everyday player, ultimate like utility player, can play so many different positions. He's got 8 home runs on the year, 8 stolen bases, but he's got the most hits for the Rangers as well with 78.
Oh, yeah.
Best on base percentage. He's crushing it, okay? Based off his contract, he has outplayed his current contract by $37 million was the stat.
That's crazy.
$37 million. He's making barely over $1 million right now in salary. He's overplayed that by $37 million. Because like 38
What a baller.
and change.
Baller.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh Smith.
I'm to
Already
renegotiate.
has a World Series ring
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, he's going to get paid because, again, like he plays everywhere. He plays all over the diamond, whatever you need him to do. And he's leading in average, on-base percentage, and hits this year for the Rangers. So shout out.
shout out Josh Smith.
Weekend winner. We don't do a lot of losers around here. We're positive people. We're
Actually
winners.
feel
You
like
got
I
one?
do losers quite a bit. No, I don't have
Yeah.
one today, but I do losers quite a bit.
Another weekend winner, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, that
Black
was.
Sabbath,
I'm
right?
glad you have it. Yeah.
So a farewell concert, a final concert, and a lot of times these things can be cringe, especially with like older bands that were popular in the 70s.
Oh, that
80s.
AC/DC one I sent you the other day?
Yeah, like we've seen some, like, it's just like, all right, we know they're out there. They probably don't need to be, but this one was really, really well done.
It was awesome.
He rocked it. He was up in a chair and he didn't move. He didn't try to do it. Like they had this farewell. It was one
Parkinson's.
last comp. Do what?
I have
Want the video?
I have the
Yeah,
video.
let's do the video.
Oh, absolutely. Know thyself. Sit in that chair and just rock it out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it,
he has-
go watch some of the clips. Go watch some
It's
of it. Like
awesome.
it was a really well done, and like I said, a lot of times these things don't hit like you think they should or
Yeah.
you want them to. But that was, and then I saw that his daughter Kelly Osbourne got engaged. Right.
Well, I
at the-
mean,
in the
What a
backstage.
weekend for the
Backstage.
Osbournes.
Let's go.
Let's go. What
Weekend
a
winner.
weekend. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was great. So he has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Poor Ozzy. And that was like his last show ever, but he still sounded fine for somebody that's 76 years old and with Parkinson's, but it was great.
he
Shout out
embraced
Ozzy.
Embrace
But
it.
I feel like it's probably weird to him or like to the rest of Black Sabbath too, because it almost kind of feels like you're at like your own funeral a little bit, because everyone's like paying tribute to you and being like, we love you, Ozzy. Like, I don't know. It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like weird, but also awesome at the
Mm-hmm.
same time.
Which band would y'all like? Do you want to see like one more? Like, all right, let's go out with a bang. Let's set this up. I don't need you going around the world tour anymore. Let's just have one night where you get to, bow out.
Led Zeppelin.
All right.
They would still sound good?
They'd still sound good, I think. Yeah.
Man, that's a really good but hard question.
Well, we got to think on that one a little bit.
Yeah. That's to be like another. I have to like
be,
really.
Like, on the spot.
Fleetwood Mac, since
Okay.
I'm like listening to them right now.
Tay?
I mean, when you say they have to sound good, like, I'd love to see Motley Crue, but they sound terrible
They
now.
sound so
They're
bad.
still going. So like that would have been my choice if they didn't currently sound bad. I mean, I've always been a big AC/DC fan. Like them in their prime, like that'd be.
I know. Did you see the video of them recently?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't. And if they sound good,
it wasn't like they didn't sound awful, but man, they looked old out there.
I know.
It just looked like it was like hard.
You seen the most recent, like Axl Rose when Guns N' Roses is out there.
Yeah.
He sounds rough too. It's hard. It's hard to keep that up, like using your voice like that for years.
So for someone like a band to sound really good, they got to be from like late 80s, 90s, right? I think.
I'm going Aerosmith.
He still he sounded great last or yesterday. No,
he sounds
the day
great. But
before
I'm like,
yesterday.
hey man,
Yeah.
hey go enjoy life, man. Y'all need to be out here
They're
on the
still doing
road. I think they do one a year. Like, hey,
Steven.
just chill out. Well, I call him Steve. You know, we're boys.
Yeah.
Chill out, bro. You don't have to hit that note on Dream On anymore.
What if we could bring back like a dead band? How about that?
Band or like
Or singer?
that changes.
It changes.
Well, he's going Elvis.
I'm going Elvis. I mean, I'm wearing Elvis today.
Yeah. I think going Amy Winehouse.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
In like a small, intimate setting.
Yeah. Bring back a band.
John Lennon, Beatles.
Oh, so
Jim
true.
Croce.
Voodoo in the chat says, I can't believe no one
Leonard
has said
Skinner.
Oasis as a weekend winner. So true. Their shows kicked off this weekend. So shout out
Have
to
y'all see the videos?
the Gallagher brothers.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
they're awesome.
There was all the people there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but it was all of them.
Yeah.
Otis Redding.
Ooh.
Gone.
Gone
too soon.
Sam Cooke. Gone way too soon. Sam Cooke, legendary.
Ooh, Queen. Freddie Mercury.
That might be the answer, actually.
Might be the answer.
Yeah. I'll go Freddie Mercury led Queen, final answer. Because I know that they're still touring and they have different lead singers, but ain't nobody Freddie Mercury. So when we come back, I hope he's ready.
Who?
You. Matt Flynn gives
Yay! I'm on
his
the
full
edge of my
breakdown
seat.
of Clemson quarterback Cade
Bitchin'.
Clubnick as he's been preparing for about a week.
Still trying to figure out what I'm going to say here.
It'll come to you
Is it
organically.
going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I don't know. We'll see.
Stick around and find out. OTB.
Off the bench.
Sailor like that one.
Oh, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting. Everything is available. Hopefully you took full advantage of the rentals during the 4th of July, that holiday, right? You got a trip coming up. But as we know, that's not the only time that you travel. If you've got something coming up, if you've got a tournament coming up, if volleyball, baseball, soccer, softball, whatever it might be, you've got more equipment. Your current vehicle will maybe get by just barely, have enough room. You don't have to worry about that. Go get you a Sequoia, get a Sienna, get a Tundra, right? And take that trip. Per day rental prices, allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
Yeah, we're past the 4th of July, but summer's not over. We still got about a month, maybe a little over a month till the kids go back. So you might still be planning one last summer vacation. Go check them out on their car rentals. Go see what they can do for you today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the
You could be my silver spring, blue-green colors flashing.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And now we gave Flynn a task last week to kind of give us a profile on Clemson starting quarterback Cade Clubnick. As we all know, that is who LSU is going to face in the opener. We also know that he is a Heisman Trophy frontrunner right now, and a lot of different betting sites. Some that, he is, like I said, the front runner, but at worst, he's going to be like third. So it is going to be a true Heisman quarterback battle in Clemson, South Carolina. And so we put our QB1 to review their QB1.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the process of going back and watching some game film. Now, I haven't gone through every single play he's ever played in, but I tried to go through and look at one game that wasn't very good.
Yep.
Which was their loss against South Carolina. Then I tried to go and look at one game that was said to be pretty good, which was the week after the South Carolina loss against SMU.
Yep.
So we try to break down that film and just kind of get a feel for who Cade Clubnick is as a quarterback. So, I want to paint a picture of him. So I want to kind of go back, give you a little bit of the stats, where he came from. So he is an amazing Texas high school football quarterback. All right, so he's from Austin Westlake. Everybody knows Austin Westlake.
Yep.
Drew Brees, Big Stick Nick Foles, Sam Ellinger, they've all come from there. So they have like a lot of tradition at this high school, big 6A school. And Taylor told me this last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, in the 2020 state championship, faced off against South Lake Carroll. It was quarterbacked by Mr. Quinn Ewers. So it was a Cade Clubnick, Quinn Ewers battle. Cade Clubnick's team ended up winning. I think it was like 51, like 33 or something like that, kind of a shootout. Quinn Ewers was the top quarterback in the state. Cade was like the young up-and-comer, and they won. So, of course, they got rematched last year.
Yep.
And there's a cool little, like a lead-up, build-up to the game highlight where Quinn Ewers didn't look too pleased that he lost that game in high school. But looking back on him, let's see. He is a guy that is a absolute competitive, hard-nosed, gritty little player. And it's something that you have to be aware of his accuracy passing. But first and foremost, you got to stop him from being able to run the football.
Yeah.
The kid runs a 4.65. He's absolutely dynamic when running the football. Last year, he had, on paper, 463 rushing yards on 119 attempts. But if you take out the sack yardage, he had 620 yards rushing.
Yeah.
On 96 actual run attempts. So if you're counting, that's like almost 6.5 yards per every time he totes the ball.
Yeah.
And that's calculating quarterback sneaks in there. That's calculating a lot of things. So he's making explosive plays with his feet. And so for that, you have to have very consistent, detailed defensive line play. You have to have good linebacker play. You have to have good inside safety play. Passing yards last year, 3,639 yards, 63.4 completion percentage, 36 touchdowns, and one of the more impressive stats that he had last year, only 6 picks. Now, this comes with a little caveat. He should have had more. There were some dropped interceptions. There were some plays that DBs didn't make on the ball. I'm not going to say he's like he's the best reader of defenses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in just a second. So total 308 completions, 486 attempts last year. Their team record, they were 10-4. His career record as a starter, 19-9. But one of the bigger things for him this year is he's returning his top 3 targets from last year. He loses a tight end, but his top 3, Antonio Williams, Bryant Wesco, TJ Moore. Antonio Williams had 904 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns last year. Bryant Wesco, 708 yards, 5 TDs. TJ Moore, 651 yards and 5 touchdowns. So you talk about LSU's also bringing back a lot of people, an experienced quarterback, experienced wide receivers, explosiveness. So does Clemson. So they're going to match up pretty well with us on the offensive side of the ball. So that is one thing to look at, is they have a lot of experience in their passing game. Their losses last year, they lost to UGA in the opener, 34-3. Louisville at home, they lost 33-21. They lost to South Carolina last game of the regular season, 17-14. And, of course, they lost that rematch to Quinn Ewers, 38-24. When I look at him and I try to diagnose him as a quarterback, I see a guy that is very competitive, creates a lot of issues, matchup issues, because he has that ability to run, and he's not afraid to take a hit either. He's not a guy that's going to get out there, take a slide. They are running him on a lot of quarterback powers, quarterback counters. They're not afraid to call his number and let him run through the B and C gap. It's a challenge for defensive corners. But when I look at him as a straight passer, the guy's extremely accurate. So if he throws the ball on time, if he knows where he's going, he doesn't miss his target. He's hitting the window of where he wants to throw it.
Yeah.
The knock I have on him is he's not he's a very good quarterback, but he's very unpolished as a passer. So his footwork is not dialed in to his offensive, to the plays that they're running. So what I mean by that is, if you're in the gun and you have a 3-step drop, there's lots of plays that are a 3-step. If you do a 3-step drop in the gun, it's equivalent to a 5-step drop from a timing perspective, a 5-step drop underneath center. So I would say probably 70%, 60 to 70% of pass plays that an offense has is that 5-step under center timing, 3-step under center, or 3-step in the gun. However, depending on what play it is, there's no 3-step out of gun drop back that is built the same. Right. There's different timing. If you're running a snag route, if you're running a smash route, if you're running a all go or all vertical type, like there's different timing to every 3-step drop, and you have to be ready. When I watch him And the problem I had, and the only negative part of his game that I saw, was his footwork was very unpolished. His timing was off on a lot of routes. Guys were open, and he wasn't ready to throw the ball because his footwork wasn't there yet. Right. Or he got his footwork ready too early, and he was already on his like second hitch up into the pocket when the play was just developing to where he needed to throw. So that is the one kind of knock that I had on him. And you see it time and time again. And you see, like, because he's talented and accurate, he overcomes it, and in the college game, he overcomes it.
Right.
That will not translate to the NFL, the next level, unless he cleans it up. But there's nothing in his game that tells me he wouldn't be able to clean it up. He's got all the skills and all the intangible things that you want. Like you can bring the pressure, and he's going to sit there and he's going to take a shot under the chin and deliver a ball.
Yeah.
Like that's just what he does. But
appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. But you go and watch the South Carolina. He missed a lot of reads in the South Carolina game. Pre-snap reads weren't great. So I'm not going to say that he is the best right now from a pre-snap read perspective or a post-snap read perspective. I watched a couple of games early on in the year. I think the first game they played was against Akron, I believe. And his stats were gaudy for the season, but he had like 7 or 8 total touchdowns in Akron the first game, or maybe the second game of the season, early on.
App State.
App State. Yeah. I got the A right. Nailed that. But even in that game, man, like he doesn't read safeties well. He doesn't read the angles that they're taking. He doesn't read the body language that they have. There's multiple passes that could have been either batted down or intercepted with good safety play that ended up going for touchdowns. And you see that a lot. You have to have good fortune in all sports. But when we're talking about a potential first rounder, a potential Heisman candidate, those are the things that I look for in a quarterback. Right. Okay, you made the throw, and it was a 70-yard touchdown. But for one, should you have made the throw? Should it have been intercepted? Did the defense miss an opportunity there that just ended up being on Cade's highlight film? And I did see that a lot. Now, you're going to see that in college football, and I say everything with a grain of salt because I know I haven't watched game film and broke down a quarterback like that in detail in a long time, especially in college. So I'm kind of like looking at this from an NFL perspective, knowing that this kid is young, knowing that he's got a lot of room to grow. But yeah, extremely talented. If he cleans up his footwork and he works his timing progressions better in what they're doing offensively, he is going to be deadly, and will be towards the top of a Heisman ballot just because of the talent. Like I said, he does not miss. He's very, very accurate.
Oh, one of the things looking at his passing map that did stand out, he does have a lot of incompletions outside of the numbers, like on the sidelines, but he has a ton of completions on the middle portion of the football field, which in college, it's typically the opposite. Like you complete everything on the outside and you struggle in the middle.
And that's what kind of the games that I watched that when he was playing poor, their offense was more focused on outside the hashes concepts.
Yeah.
Now, the games that he did really well in, he was attacking the middle. And I always say the fastest way to the end zone is over the middle. Of course, a go route down the sideline looks beautiful, but it's a low percentage throw. Over the middle is more high percentage throws, and if you can negotiate linebackers, safeties, the line of scrimmage, finding gaps, viewpoint to get the ball through, to see, then over the middle is the fastest way to the end zone. And you're right, the passing map. But when they were not successful was when they were running a lot of outside the hash concepts, 2 receiver concepts. He just wasn't getting through his progressions quite as well. So that's what I saw. And then reading body language and safety. So the key to stopping Cade Clubnick is going to be defensive line being very disciplined, stay gap sound, stay gap ready. And when teams stopped him running, they were, I can't remember the name that defensive linemen and defensive ends call it, the coaches call it, where they rush and they never get past him.
Yeah.
So they rush to the quarterback's level, but no further. You know, traditionally against the pocket passers, they're going to rush. The defensive end is going to swipe. He's going to come around. He's going to try to come over the back arm of the quarterback.
Right.
But when you have a quarterback that's a dual threat guy like this, you never rush past the parallel, the yard line he's on, because you know he's going to try to step up. Yeah. And then if you're all kind of on the same level, you can close those gaps.
Then it changes kind of your mentality when you're rushing too. You can't be as aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. You want to see if we can do this? You sure? All right, we're going to see. This is our first day. We didn't even practice this. We're going to see if we can play. So I got a couple of clips. I want to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about on a bad decision. So this is against SMU. Okay. This is the end of the game. So this is for the ACC championship. That's isn't it? We're going to troubleshoot this. No, this is it. Sorry.
That was it. I was about to say, you showed me that play the other day.
All right, so
you were
this
doing
is
so well.
So this
literally says ACC championship on the thing.
Well, I wanted to make sure this was the right play.
Oh, okay.
Right
I
play.
was like, come on.
All right, so this is 3rd and 7 on their own territory. They're up 31-24. Okay, so we call this as 4 minutes left in the game, or 4 minutes 11 seconds, something like that. This is what we call a 4-minute situation. Number one job of the quarterback: take care of the ball. Okay, so if you get a first down, you can run clock off. Game is over. So number one job of the quarterback: make a good decision, take care of the football. So this is what I'm talking about: his footwork being undisciplined a little bit, and making a poor decision, reading safeties incorrectly. So what you got 3rd and 7. They ran the ball the first down, 2nd down. My guy's going to take a 3-step drop right here, and he's going to escape the pocket too soon. His footwork doesn't even get set, and he's going to be escaping the pocket to the right. This play does not call for that. You want to set up and read it. If he just takes a normal 3-step drop, he's got the outside receiver on a little delayed under route. Boom, first down, keep going. But he takes off running before his feet are set because he knows it's a big part of the game. It's 3rd and 7. I feel really comfortable outside the pocket running. And what does he do next? He does that, makes a bad decision there. Last thing you want to do as a quarterback, throw it late over the middle. ACC championship, should have thrown an interception right there. Late over the middle.
You see the entire SMU sideline.
I know.
They're like, no.
So, again, they are up by 7 points. Here, go back. We're going to watch the end zone. So the same play, end zone copy. You can kind of see the bad throwing decision based on this.
Yeah, you also see him, like we were talking about earlier, like he's leaving a clean pocket.
Leaving the pocket. It's clean. No reason to. Bad decision. Should have been picked.
And you're right. If he hits the in route on the outside,
it's just a little delay.
Timing.
Yep.
That guy he doesn't even take a hit either. Like you might think, oh, that linebacker's pushing to him, but he catches that and gets upfield.
I mean, that's a very basic play. It's a very high percentage throw, especially against zone. A little delayed. You can call it slant, under, whatever it is. But big time situation in a big time game, you kind of revert back. If you're not disciplined, you kind of revert back to your comfortability. And his comfortability is rolling out to his right. And that always is for a righty. Is going to be rolling out right. So you saw it come to play there.
All right, let's give him a round of applause.
That was awesome.
Attaboy, Matt.
I feel like I learned something.
Well done.
I learned about the 4-minute.
Yeah.
4-minute offense. Yep.
4-minute offense.
That means you want to.
4 minutes left in the game, or any 4 minutes.
So it's
left,
called
like 4 minutes in the quarter.
The term it's kind of like a 2-minute offense.
Yeah. I'm
it's
familiar with that.
Yeah,
one.
any time under 2 minutes is 2 minutes, whether it's a minute left. So 4-minute is called under 5 minutes left in the game. You have the ball with the lead.
Yeah.
When running backs thrive, we're trying to close the game.
Yeah.
Right. Fullbacks really come to shine at that point.
That's
so
right,
it's
Run
one of those
the damn
situations,
ball.
and that's when you see offensive coordinators sometimes will make the gamble, like I'm going to do a bootleg. I'm going to do a play action on 1st or 2nd down because they're not expecting it. So you're trying to run, and the goal of a 4-minute offense, get 2 first downs and you win the game.
Right.
2 first downs, you win the game. That is the goal.
Yep. Right.
You can get one first down, great. If you get none, but the last thing you can do is, as a quarterback, throw a ball away or throw an interception.
Yeah.
That is the last thing you can do. And he made a couple really bad decisions. That shows me that he wasn't comfortable either with the play call, play design, or sitting in the pocket, a clean pocket, and making an outside the hash read.
Yeah.
So
he didn't trust his receivers, maybe?
I don't think he
trusted himself.
I don't think he trusted himself.
Okay.
To learn the play.
Insecurity.
He trusted himself more to do the thing he was comfortable with, which is fine because he does that great.
Yeah.
He and I'm not knocking the kid for anything because, again, I'm looking at this from like an NFL perspective.
Yeah.
Because he is a dynamic player and he can absolutely beat you by himself if you give him the opportunity. The key to victory with him, great safety play and really disciplined linebacker nickel play. But if your safeties have a bad day, he will throw for 350 yards and run for 80.
And what's one of the positions that we're unsure of?
The safety position.
Safety position, right? You brought in some talented players. You got some young players that you're expecting to take a next step, but it's going to be tested in this game.
Oof.
Let's go.
It's going to be tested.
I'm excited.
So Well done. Well done there, Matthew. All right, when we come back, we will start our process of the SEC quarterback tier list. We'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com. Pelicanroof.com is the website for, you probably guessed it, Pelican Roofing. And once you get to the website, so many different things that you'll see there, including their 5-star reviews right there on the homepage. You'll also see in the top right corner the instant roof quote. What is that, you ask? Well, all you do is click on it. You type in your address, your home, your business, wherever you need a new roof. It's going to actually get an outline of your roof from Google Maps and give you an idea of what that would cost. It's an incredible tool that they have there on the website. Also, one of the things we've been telling you about over the last couple of weeks, their financing options. And they're right there, Matt, on the homepage.
Yeah, I actually, guess what? When you said it, when we started this, I went to pelicanroof.com and everything popped up right there, from their service areas, about their projects they've done, a gallery, everything that they do and can do for you. Like Jake said, 0% financing for qualified buyers. Pelicanroof.com, pelicanroof.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, and now we're going to start putting these quarterbacks into tiers from the SEC, have we settled on like elite, good, steady, and oh boy? Does that feel good?
Yeah, that feels good.
I like that.
Like how many per tier?
Or should we put elite, great, steady, oh boy?
I just don't know.
Good,
There's a lot
steady
of.
So you'll have 4 per tier.
Well, we can
There's
have as
16
many,
teams.
We can have as many.
Oh
we
boy,
want.
might
I
be
guess so.
for the SEC. Oh boy, might be a little extreme because I don't know if there's any.
You said you liked oh boy.
I mean, I love.
All right, what should we name the
love
last?
How
tier
about
then?
how about like
But I just don't know
work
for
to
the.
do
how about like
in progress?
Work to do.
In
elite?
progress.
Yep,
elite?
it's complicated.
It's complicated. That's what we're going.
It's
with.
complicated is great. I love that.
It's complicated.
That's good.
Or like unknown,
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
what like he
I
could be great.
love it's
known
complicated.
commodity,
It's complicated.
unknown, or it's complicated, like something like that.
Let's go.
It's complicated.
Wait, what's the third one?
That's Georgia
Standard?
right there.
Steady.
Steady.
All right.
Standard.
We're going elite, great, steady, and it's complicated.
I like that.
I love it.
All right, so I'm going to go down the list.
Way to go, Flynn.
It's going to last a couple segments here, but let's go ahead and get it started. We'll go in. Screw it. We don't have to go in any certain order. Alabama, Ty Simpson.
It's complicated.
I think it's complicated. He is not really. He's been there for a long time. I appreciate him staying there and not taking his ball and going home.
Nobody appreciates that more than this show does.
That's very true.
100%. So we appreciate the hell out of him.
It's just, when you look at it, like Milrose struggled at times to throw the ball. He was able to rely on his athleticism. He doesn't have that. Outside of Ryan Williams, he still don't have a ton of weapons on the outside. Like, doesn't look great.
Yeah.
All right.
It's complicated.
Super complicated.
All right, good. Let's go to the Auburn Tigers. Now, Jackson Arnold, coming over from Oklahoma, is going to be their starting quarterback.
I'm still going to say it's complicated for them. Like, he's in a new system. Hugh Freeze has not been what they thought he was going to be so far at Auburn. Like, he's got Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton.
Great
weapons
receivers
on the outside. Their running game probably going to take a little bit of a step back. Like, I'd put him on the edge, steady, or it's complicated. Like, he's right there for me. I can go either way.
Is it's complicated part of the one that you said earlier where it's like still to see
work
or
in
something?
progress.
Okay, then yeah.
I'm gonna say it's
Definitely
complicated
it's
for Jackson
complicated.
Okay, well,
Arnold
then
as
we're all three there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
definitely complicated.
Some injuries at Oklahoma last year for him and for his receiver room, but he got replaced at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, anybody in the transfer, like in a new situation, it's going to be tough to really rank them. So we can rank them on what they did. And like you said, he did get benched. Oklahoma won 2 games in the SEC. So it's like not coming off. But it's complicated with him.
Well, and
Could go either
also-
way. And Hugh Freeze is kind of worried about playing golf and winning trophies right now.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right?
Like, Hugh Freeze is on that hot seat. We've seen it with Auburn. And, like, just because he starts game one, you brought in Ashton Daniels, who's a starter at Stanford. You got a 5-star in Deuce Knight, who's a true freshman. Like, I don't know if Jackson Arnold makes it through the season.
Yep. Did y'all see our guy Lane Kiffin trolling him a little bit? Great trophy. It looks like the golf game's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, trolling
As
Hugh
Lane
Freeze
would.
I
for
love Lane.
posting with a trophy.
God,
Do they have
lot.
beef?
No.
Lane and Hugh? No.
Lane's
He's like
just not
trolling.
gonna.
He's just a
not
troll.
gonna miss a shot.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier, elite.
Elite.
I mean, he's at the top.
Elite.
It is so not complicated.
Austin Simmons, Ole Miss.
I'm gonna say
steady.
Yeah, steady.
I'm
Because
going
we
to
saw
trust
him a
in
little
Lane
bit.
Kiffin with the quarterback, and we did see him in the rain against Georgia.
He's got some weapons coming back. The Lane Kiffin offense. He was good against Georgia. Yeah, steady.
Steady.
I want to say steady too, but this is going to get boring if I keep saying the same thing y'all are.
Put him in elite.
What's the next one under elite?
Great.
We're going to go great.
All right. Alondra?
Just the sake of being a little different right now, because I don't want to be like the Carr brothers.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
so
20
true.
out of-
We're all
20 out
just
of
like,
10.
yeah,
Yeah.
guys, totally.
Dude, we still haven't.
I'll say this. I was
leaning.
I was leaning probably more great than I was anything else
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Because he's talented and he's going with Lane Kiffin. And we have seen it against a top tier defense. I got no problem putting him in great.
I'll put him at steady.
I would still put him at steady.
I'll put him at steady just because I haven't seen enough.
We got to see it.
All right, let's table that one. Let's go.
We're making predictions here.
Mississippi State quarterback Blake Shapen feels really steady.
Yeah, he's steady. He's a good player.
Feels like real steady. Went to a great high school from a great city. Blake Shapen.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going as complicated with him.
Just because he went to
just
Shreveport
because of
Evangel?
Jeff Levy.
Okay. So
Well,
it's
Levy's
Still don't know who he is.
It's funny. Last
I'm going
year,
steady with.
before he got that injury, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. Like he was good. He was good for State.
You know what? Steady.
Let's get one
Yeah, I think
more.
steady.
I mean, he just feels safe.
Yeah, he really
Feels
does. Because like Taylor said before
Yeah.
the injury, like he was off to a hot
Yeah.
start. So.
Let's see if we can get one more in. Texas A&M quarterback Marcel Reed.
So I think that one's a little complicated because yes, he ran all over LSU. But I was about to say Texas A&M over LSU.
Yeah.
But after that, after we saw him, it was kind of like hit or
About a mid.
miss. Yeah, very mid.
Steady
So-
with the potential to be great.
I'm going to put him in steady, even though I agree a lot with Alondra here. I think now that it's his team, like it's no longer like he's. But I don't have him. I don't have him anywhere near great. I got him closer to it's complicated than
steady.
Than great. So
This
I'll go
guy
steady.
is a great changeup. We saw it against LSU as a full-time starter with teams having a full year of film and to prepare. The kid better make a lot of jumps in a lot of areas that he's not great at.
Right.
And we just hadn't seen that yet. The ability to do that. So I'm going to put to me, it's not even steady. It's either great or it's complicated. He's going to be really bad or he's going to be really good.
Yeah,
I
for
think,
sure.
in my
I can
opinion.
see that.
So I'm going to put him in as complicated.
Yep.
Because nothing has shown me that he can make that jump, and I give SEC defensive coordinators and coaches one more year to prepare for a full-time starter.
Right.
He's got that ability, that X factor that allows him to do some special things. But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to say he's not going to do it. I'm going to say he gets shut down for most of the year.
All right, we'll continue with our list when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys throughout the state of Louisiana. They can help you out. When you go to the website, you can see what they can help you out with, cases they've handled in the courtroom, past client results, all right there on the homepage of the website. You can have a chat right there. Chat agent can pull up bottom right corner of the site, ask them any question that you might have. It's very easy to get in contact with Gordon McKernan. It is your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. And it's always on social media at Get Gordon's always going to be the handle to see what they're doing throughout your local community. Get Gordon and get it done.
Everybody knows the name. Everybody's seen the billboards. Be a part of the G team. There's a reason for that, because they make things easy. They help you. If you're injured, it is not your fault. Whether it's a car accident, work, injured at the job site, whatever it is, let them help you. Let them fight for you. GetGordon.com, 888-8888.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, and welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to continue doing our quarterback tier list in the SEC for the next couple of segments before we get to our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo.
You know what a really good quarterback is?
What?
Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
Check this bad boy out. Look at this card. Sports card alert.
Sports.
This is a Gem Mint 10. Jaden Daniels Prism Silver.
How much does that puppy go for? A couple dollars?
You can look it up. But it's pretty cool. So,
that's very cool.
Question is, do we hold or do we sell?
Ooh. Man, I'm holding Spencer Rattler cards right now.
Spencer's, yeah.
Joe Milton cards right
Michael
now.
Penix holding.
Well, I'm just trying to find some Michael Penix. Every time I get the Falcons, it's not good.
A lot of people here out there kind of investing in Bryce Young cards right now.
Okay.
Yeah. They going on the cheap.
My son Memphis is a Panthers fan. He's got a lot of those. Hopefully they'll be worth something one day. Probably not. Hope they are.
Maybe we just hold for sentimental. Maybe a little personal collection.
Nah. You get money on that thing, you got to sell it. We're going to sell these quarterbacks when we come back. Hour 3.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. When you go to the website, book that consultation. You've got a question. They've got the answer. But they can't give you the answer unless you book that consultation. You should not live life with fear or embarrassment. If you have something going on, there is a fix, and that fix is Goodwood. So go to the website today. Again, that is yourgoodwood.com. See the full list of services, see the pricing options, all the things they can do for you to help you get back to feeling like your youthful self.
Yeah, like Jake said, take the embarrassment out of, like, we're all human. We all have issues. We all have problems. We're lucky enough that there are places and people that can help you and fix it. Yourgoodwood.com. Go see what they can do. Sign up for monthly services on any issues you might be having as a man. Go check them out. Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Good morning. It's a 9 a.m. here on Monday, July 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 89. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll continue our SEC quarterback tier list, and Devin Snow hops on the show at 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
Welcome back in hour number 3, OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, and we are moving right along in our SEC quarterback tier list. We left off with Texas A&M's Marcel Reed, and we put him in steady, but
so I got
better
a
bring
question
it
on our tier list.
Yes.
Are we all trying to come to an agreement?
No, just majority wins.
Majority wins. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And if it's 2-2, then maybe we leave it up to the chat.
Okay.
I haven't been keeping track.
I have.
Okay.
I got it down.
Okay.
So what did we end up? On Marcel Reese. How'd we end up? Complicated.
Steady. Marcel Reese is a fullback for the Raiders.
That's what I meant.
there.
That's what I said. He was a
He's
teammate
steady
of mine.
too.
He was a teammate of mine.
He's a good fullback.
Really good.
Yeah, kind of
Probably the best in the NFL. I was a shot at you.
Made the Pro Bowl.
I was just joking.
Yeah.
He did make a lot of Pro Bowls.
Let's go to Arkansas and Taylor Green.
Steady, you know
I
what
was
he
gonna
is.
say, I feel like you could put him steady.
Very steady.
You know what he is? He's been I was looking at this the other day. He's been a starter for 3 years now, like Boise State and Arkansas. His numbers are kind of the same all 3 years. Like, never dipped and never taken that jump. Like, he kind of is who he is.
You know, he's a reflection of the Arkansas football program. Steady. That's it.
That's fair.
I know some years I was very steady. I know what you're saying, though. Mid.
I mean, they're good. They're always going to be dangerous, especially when LSU plays them. True. Always dangerous, but just never have been able to take that step.
Yep. I mean, that is Taylor Green.
So, I mean, it's steady, right? It's like the Chargers in the NFL.
there's nothing I can say to that because you're right. It's exactly like not terrible, but never great.
It's like are they the Wisconsin of the SEC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good call.
All right, Wisconsin's had some better teams, though.
Yeah.
Some top 5.
That's why Bielema went from Wisconsin to Arkansas. I think we got our first great.
Uh-oh.
Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Not
Diego
elite.
great.
He's not elite.
But he's certainly more than steady.
And then what he did at Vandy last year with like the talent around him, like outside of Stowers, he didn't have much. Like, no, he goes in the great category.
Not the ad.
I guess he's got
Not the ad, please.
great grit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not, look, it's never gonna. He's not a next level player.
We talked about
fine,
this though. Like, I'm curious to see how, with a full year getting ready, how they adjust to him. If he can, like, I know he'll have some games.
I don't know that
where he's gonna pop off.
I don't know that there's like an adjustment.
He's also like
because,
30 years old, so can't
not,
teach an old dog new tricks.
But an old dog can trick you every once in a while.
True.
That's every once in a while.
That's fair. He tricked us last year.
He did.
And I'm not going to give these grades based on what they did last year. It certainly comes in the calculation, but I think people will adjust. And I think he's going to go into that steady.
I know what you're saying, but
I think he's going to go into that steady
He's so
category.
off platform that it's hard to make that adjustment because you really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to have some bad with that too.
Sure.
But it's hard to like get a book on him because it's like I don't know what in the hell this guy's about to do.
Yep.
In a good and bad way.
Mm-hmm. There's a pretty big gap here between the great and the steady. I would put him somewhere in between, but I'm not giving him great.
I'm giving him.
I'm giving him steady.
He beat Alabama and almost beat Texas at Vanderbilt. I'm giving him great.
I'm not saying that Pavia is a great quarterback. I'm not saying that.
He's a great football player.
Great football player. Love that. Are we doing football player tier list?
This guy doesn't have quarterback's not a football player now. He said it, not me.
He was over here defending placeholders.
Yeah, over here defending holders. You can't even. Okay.
Y'all are just getting everything so twisted.
All right, Georgia quarterback Gunnar Stockton.
I'm putting Gunnar in steady.
I put him in steady too. Like in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of him. He made more plays than I thought he would against a really good Notre Dame defense.
I was just looking 230 passing against Notre Dame, 62% completion,
a
touchdown, no picks, no weapons on the
running
outside.
for his life.
Yeah.
He would get the ball and it would be like the bomb squad just let him through.
And I get that was like his only like start last year. He went in against Texas. They didn't ask him to do a whole lot, but he was efficient there.
Yeah.
The SEC championship game.
Yeah. So you're good against Texas and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Those are 2 top 5 defenses a year ago. Like he's in steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out. He came in against Texas and he was a changeup and had a lot of success doing that, right?
Yeah.
I got to see with him. I think he's got all the talent and the intangibles to do it. And there's nothing that tells me. So he's at least steady right now for me.
All right, here's where we hit some heavy hitters. DJ Lagway, Florida. I must say.
I'm putting him in. It's complicated.
DJ Lagway?
Look, DJ Lagway showed some nice things.
What?
Guys, he showed nice things. But here's the reality. He was 59%, 12 touchdowns, 9 picks a year ago, less than 2,000 yards. I got to see it.
I'll put him in great because I really want to put him in elite. Like he
with a chance
diced up LSU with no hamstring. I'll put him in great with a chance to be elite. Yeah, I can't go as complicated with DJ Lagway. He might be the most talented of the group.
That's why I was asking earlier if like it's complicated as part of still to prove because like
Lagway proved.
But I'm like trying to figure out like what. So I don't know. I guess we should have like operatively defined
for me,
this.
like it's complicated means I don't know if you like.
I don't
know if I don't think it's complicated. I think he's great, but I'm saying like, is he what they're saying he's going to be this upcoming season? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, where would I put him?
And that's why he's not an elite for it.
Okay, so I guess I would put him in great then. Yeah. But I kind of agree with Taylor.
Can we put him in?
But I don't.
You go back and watch. I can't.
I get it. He had great moments. He had some bad ones, and he was a freshman. I get it. I just feel like we got to see a little bit more.
All right. Well, look,
so like
everybody's vote carries the same weight here.
Right.
So what's your final say? It's complicated?
I'll bump it up to steady.
All right. Landra?
I want to put him in great, but like
I'm putting him in great.
Okay, I do kind of agree with some of the points that he's making. Like there is still something that you need to prove, but I do think that he's great. So I don't want to put him in it's complicated.
Okay.
But I also don't want to
means
put
you
him,
just don't feel great about the situation because nobody's taking a job or the guy wasn't good.
I'll put him in steady.
I think
Coach is
great.
back.
Okay.
He's got some weapons.
Flynn?
If we had it, I'd just say he's good. But we don't.
Yeah, because that would be easy.
So great or steady?
Great or steady.
Great or steady. He's from Florida, so I'm going to go steady.
All right, so Inside the Bayou 4 chat.
Tiebreaker.
We need you in the next 60 seconds while we're talking about the next quarterback. Is DJ Lagway great or steady? Florida quarterback. Put it in the chat. We'll tally him up.
Isn't there another
We should have
one
roundtabled these categories a little bit more because there's a pretty big gap between steady and
Y'all
great,
are
okay?
way overthinking this.
Well, there's going to be clips. Oh, well, Hester said that the Florida quarterback's great.
He is. And I'd say it with my chest out. He's a great quarterback. Guy can make all the throws, had no hamstring against LSU, put on a TheraBand.
He's the GOAT.
Taped it around his leg and went out there and changed who he was and balled out.
He's goated.
Y'all are.
I just feel like there should have been because like it's complicated is a little aggressive.
Elite, great.
Well, I just feel
steady Eddie, and it's complicated.
I just feel like elite and great and it's complicated are so aggressive.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we want aggressive.
I feel like we're nailing this.
Isn't there another one that we were tied on though? Who did Marcel Reed? Were we tied on him?
I was it's complicated on.
I was complicated too.
Yeah, maybe we were.
steady.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're tied on that one too. So
okay.
let us know your thoughts on Marcel Reed and DJ Lagway.
It looks like Steady's winning right now.
For Lagway.
With Lagway.
Wow.
Go.
That's a little surprising. Okay. I mean, look, I know we
he
all
just
hate
had good and
I know
bad.
we all hate the Florida Gators, but we're watching tape after the show today, all four of us.
Let's do it because I hadn't watched any tape. I'm just kind of saying
all
things.
right, South Carolina, Lenore Sellers. I'm going elite.
Elite.
Yeah, he's an elite. He did enough at the end of the year.
Hell yeah,
at
he
least
beat
with his
Clemson by
Also,
himself.
like I feel like he did enough versus LSU before he
Yeah,
got
before
hurt
he
in
got-
that game.
If he doesn't get hurt.
He didn't get hurt. South Carolina.
And
wins
also,
that game.
like, besides Rocket Sanders, who played running back, name the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
didn't
don't
have
say
any.
Nick Harbor because he's
No, Nick Harbor's the guy that's
looks
like
the part.
He looks like Calvin Johnson. He doesn't play like him.
Yeah. Now he's
That's Nick
no longer
Harbor.
running track, and so they have high hopes for him. But
Right.
name the weapon.
With a similar play style to said Cade Clubnick, he outplayed him by far in that game. So, yes, we're going elite.
And he balled out wearing rec specs.
Yeah.
If you can't appreciate
which
that,
ups it. He could be in great. He's got rec specs. He jumps to elite.
Yep.
Kentucky, Zach Calzada. Yes, that's Zach Calzada.
It's complicated as hell. I mean,
Yeah,
this is
it's
his
it's as complicated probably as any on this list.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. Like we always look at Stoops as like, oh, he's gonna be a steady Eddie. He's gonna have this. Like I don't know what to make of Mark Stoops.
Definitely not me Googling Zach Calzada right now.
He's been the starting quarterback at A&M, at Auburn, Incarnate Word.
Incarnate Word, yeah.
His last stop.
Man,
so
I don't remember him at A&M.
So he came in for
He's one of
Haynes
Jimbo's
King.
big recruits, right?
When Haynes King got hurt, he came in. Remember, he beat Alabama in
Yeah.
A&M, started the rest of the year. He was actually halfway decent for him there. He just fell off.
Based on his headshots, it's complicated.
All right, let's
Based
go
on headshots
to
alone.
Tennessee. Joey Aguilar is expected to be the starting quarterback. Was at Appalachian State
is
last year.
complicated.
Transfers to UCLA.
I
And
want to
then
say
UCLA grabs Tennessee's quarterback, so UCLA's quarterback goes to Tennessee.
I want to say steady, but
Yeah,
it's
Maliaba
gotta be,
pretty much got traded for Aguilar.
Yeah.
It's got to be. It's complicated. He hasn't been there because he was at UCLA in the spring, and they just kind of did a little partner swap action between Tennessee and UCLA.
Little
Like
swingers.
he's got to be.
I would love
Lot
to
of
see
pineapples.
the quarterback position at Tennessee just be a train wreck this year, just because of the
So,
way the offseason played out.
You have Aguilar. George McIntyre is a 5-star freshman. Like he's just not quite ready yet. But I mean, the room's okay. They just haven't done anything.
Yeah. Very complicated out there.
I'm going to trust in Josh Heupel, and I'm going to say it's going to be steady.
The thing is, they were 9-3 last year. Like everybody wants to crap on Nico and be like, Nico wasn't great last year. I know. They made the college football playoff, and he
Because
wasn't any good.
The
Like,
running back was the offensive player of the year in the conference.
that's the biggest loss is Dylan Sampson.
That's the
And-
misconception. Josh Heupel wants to run the football before he does
Yeah.
anything else. Everybody just assumes because he was a quarterback and put up big numbers at Oklahoma. No. He wants to run the football.
That's why.
And he runs it out of 11 personnel, and every run is available, which I love. Receivers, you better get ready, like to cut off the backside on some of these runs.
There's no better friend to a quarterback than a good running game. Like, if you have a good running game, it makes your job so much easier. So much easier. That's why what Nussmeier did last year was so impressive to me, because there was no threat.
No, not any elite running game by any means.
Yeah. No, we got a little bit better at the end of the year.
The running back, like I think Caden is, but he was hurt, he was banged up, and there were struggles on the offensive front, like pass protection elite, but they did struggle at times in the run game.
All right, so what do we want to do with old Joey? It's like part of me wants to put him in steady because of that. Like,
I think it's complicated because I just think it was messy the way it happened. I'm going it's complicated.
And you go look year 1 to year 2 at App State.
It wasn't great.
A lot better his first year. So yeah, I'm going. It's complicated.
Let's see, Missouri, Bo Prabula.
It's complicated.
From Penn State.
We hadn't seen anything.
It's complicated because I don't even know who that is.
He was Drew Aller's backup.
Oh,
Penn
okay.
State.
He came in against Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl, completed a couple passes. That's really what a lot of people know about.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like a lot of people have question marks about Aller. This guy backed him up. Like, it's got to be complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just guessing at this point. If you put him anywhere besides this complicated, he'll probably turn out to be pretty good.
I do think he's a very talented quarterback, and Eli Drinkwitz has done a lot with guys that I don't think have as much talent, like Brady Cook, great college football player, not uber talented, and I think Eli got a lot out of him. So he could end up being somewhere different, but right now I'll agree it is complicated. Let's go John Mateer, Oklahoma.
I think you got to put him in great. He's done a ton. Sure. I mean, people love him. He was great at Washington State. Hadn't played in the SEC yet. Can't put him in elite, but he's great.
I think great with a chance.
Yeah,
for sure.
Great with a chance.
Sure. Great with a chance.
Alondra?
Agreed.
Let's go. Arch Manning.
I can't do anything other than.
You're going to complicate him, aren't
He's
you?
complicating him.
How do you not?
He's definitely
guys?
complicating
How do you
him.
not?
No,
He's played enough for me to get him out of his complicated.
I think I was going to put him in steady. Yeah, just because you do have a lot to prove, especially with all the hype surrounding you. You're Arch Manning, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put him in steady.
Sarkisian bumps him up to steady for me. Like, look, I think Arch is
incredible play.
I think Arch is talented as hell. He lost his top 3 receivers from a year ago.
True.
He lost 2 starters on that offensive line. Like, Sark proved that he could rebuild after 23. So, like, I have no doubt that he can't do it again, but, like, he's just got to do it.
All right.
What you going?
I would have gone. I'd probably lean great, but I'm okay with steady.
I'm putting him in steady just because of the prove. Like, you need a prove it factor.
Yeah.
It's got to be there.
He's played enough
that's the
certainly to
perfect
be in
spot.
steady.
Because I think ability-wise, great.
Yeah.
Situation-wise, we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, situational. You never know. And it's college football. You're always replacing positional people.
Yep.
You're always replacing. I saw enough last year to let me know that he's got the skill set.
Right.
And nothing's going to be, too big for him. So plus the Sarkisian factor, I'm going great with a chance with him.
I would lean more great than steady. So 2 greats and 2 steadies, maybe?
That's fine.
Put it up to the chat.
Put it up to the chat.
Put it up to the chat. All right, so we got to get Arch Manning.
You got to get Marcel Reed.
Marcel Reed and DJ Lagway.
I think it was overwhelming.
DJ was pretty much steady across the
for
board.
DJ.
Yeah.
All right. Oof, we're gonna get roasted for that one.
Jake
Speaking,
does not like it. Jake is
I don't like it at all because I think he's better than that. But it doesn't matter. This is not my list. This is our list.
So we're going to watch film on all these people. So before week 0, we are going to update this list. This is we're just.
Can we do film sessions after the show?
Yeah.
So I can get in on this?
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We'll put it up
I
on
love watching film. I
screen
can watch
behind
for
us.
hours.
And speaking of Elite Training Academy, EliteTrainingAcademyBR.com.
Hell yeah.
NFL flag football sign up is ready all the way from 7U to 18U. Boys and girls. Going to have leagues, 7U, 9U, 11U, 13U, 15U, 18U there. So go to the website today. You can sign up individually or for your team. I mean, I'm looking at Huck Flynn right now pulling a flag on the flyer.
He's on the flyer. Poster
Shout
boy.
out.
Poster boy.
Playing for the Bengals. You can be on the flyer next year, too. So as I've said, like our teams are going there. We'll be there. NFL flag. You can't be the Chargers in my age group, but you can be every other team. You have a chance to be that. And you can play football on actual football fields. Elite Training Academy, BR.com. All right, we'll clean this list up, put it all together, figure it all out. But when we come back, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com, BoudreauxElectrical.com for that whole home generator. To get that quote right now, storm season is a-coming. In fact, the weather over the last couple of days has been unpredictable. Our generator actually kicked on for a couple of minutes the other day. It is the ultimate peace of mind when you know no matter what, you're going to be able to stay in your home, not have to get a hotel, not have to go somewhere else in the city where somebody hopefully has a generator for themselves. And we're not talking about something where you got to go out there and you got to, get it started yourself and you hope you can run a fan in your refrigerator. We're talking about a whole home generator that when the power goes out, immediately it kicks on and you've got that ultimate peace of mind.
Yeah, don't be the one. Don't let this year be the year where that power goes out for 3, 4, 5 days and up to a week because of a storm or because of a random freeze that we get in Baton Rouge. Today's Monday. Every Monday morning, my generator kicks on for about 5 minutes just to maintenance, weekly maintenance, and it makes me feel so good. Peace of mind with a generator. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. Whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
You know who we should have had In this SEC quarterback tier list conversation was our next guest, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, because hell, he saw most of them at Manning Passing Academy, Dev. That's my fault. That is a rookie move by a veteran player because you actually had the chance to see them spin the football last week.
Yeah, and I got to see what they really like when they were at the ball. You know what I'm saying? So
you can tell a lot by someone.
That's got to factor in right there. Like Marcel Reed, that dude was so annoying, bro. He's talking so much junk, dude, the whole night. I cannot wait to face that dude.
All right, so he goes from steady to maybe it's complicated.
Like what kind of trash talking? Like I can choke
Just
faster
talking
than
about
you.
What he did to LSU. Yeah, talking about what he did to LSU. Like, dude, for 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, you didn't do that to anybody else, my guy.
Yeah, so not too high on him. I got to be honest, man. The uncertain on Arch, like, I just don't understand that because, first of all, he looks like a pro quarterback. All his mechanics and stuff like are spot on. You could just tell he's going to be good. It would be it'd be insanity if he wasn't good. And I get like depression and stuff, but no, he's going to be great.
I do think from his makeup and look, we all know who's related to. We don't have to even say that anymore, but of his makeup of how he was raised and how he went about studying the game, and you pair that with a really good skill set that we've seen, since he was at Newman in high school. I don't think like even a starting quarterback job at a place like Texas, which is going to be one of the most pressure-packed quarterback situations you can have, if anybody's ready to handle that, it's going to be somebody who's had to handle that his entire life.
Yeah, and then I also agree with Salas because that was the best dude I've seen out at Manning camp was Salas. I mean, easy. Like, he was just elite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's another guy. Just like every throw was just like kind of breathtaking. It was amazing. You
can tell a quarterback when a great one from a good one. When they just throw the ball, it just looks different, right? It just the spin rate, the pop with the accuracy, just the way the ball looks. It looks effortless when they do it too. Like when it's just you can tell a guy with really great arm talent, and just because it just looks different, everything. And so our big discussion before you got on here was DJ Lagway from Florida. Yeah. So there's a lot of arguments. Jacob is really kind of hurt about like our ranking of him right now. So what's your thoughts on him?
No, I like Lagway. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like some bias because we got to play him week 4, but no, I mean, you can't deny it, man. He's good.
Was he at the Manning Passing Academy?
Man, I can't remember if he was. I'm thinking about that right now.
He had surgery in the off season, so I bet he was not.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to say, like, I just don't remember really seeing him. Yeah. But there was a couple other guys that aren't even in the SEC. Like the quarterback for Washington, he looked good. I forget his name, but he looked good. I mean, he won the whole competition and everything. So,
who was maybe like the one guy though that was out there and you're like, oof, man, I thought this guy was maybe a little bit better than he's showing out here.
It's got to be the quarter. All right, so the Georgia quarterback, what's his name?
Gunnar Stockton.
Gunnar Stockton, and then the Alabama quarterback. Both were like, to me, just were like, all right, I just wasn't blown away by either of those dudes. So I remember saying that to myself. I was like, man, I just don't think that they got that guy this year. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, the Alabama quarterback situation is. You got a transfer coming in. You got a guy in Ty Simpson who's been there for such a long time and kind of waited his turn. You got a highly touted guy out of high school, but it doesn't feel like it's solidified at all.
Another guy that was talking a lot of mess was the quarterback for Arkansas.
Taylor Green?
Yeah, dude, he's huge. But he was talking a lot of mess, too.
Captain Steady.
What was he doing? Calling the Hogs?
Well, they were playing. It was his team. Yeah. It was his team versus us' team. They were doing like a little 7-on-7, and he was talking mess the whole time, the entire time.
Did he back it up?
Well, I think his team did beat Nuss's team. I think it was at the last second. Nuss's team had to like drive down the field, and they ran out of time. But yeah, no, I mean he looked the part. I got to give it to him. He definitely looked the part. But at the end of the day, he plays for Arkansas.
It's fair.
I mean,
Dev, I'm going to take a complete left turn here. I don't think we got your thoughts on the Pelicans draft last week.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there. So they traded an unprotected first-round pick next year to get Derek Queen from Maryland. I think he's a really good player. I think he's going to be a good NBA player. But a lot of people saying it's one of the worst trades they've seen in the last decade in the NBA because they expect the Pelicans to be bad and that to be a top 5 pick. What were your thoughts? And I know you got a lot of callers that probably called in and gave you their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people would say it's the worst trade. People are so wild on the internet, man. Like, how is that the worst trade that they've seen ever? You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the trades, all the picks. I mean, Darko Milicic was picked. That happened. Like, I don't understand, right? Yeah. So, and I've seen this guy even in the tournament and stuff. Like, he was making an impact then. So, like, yeah, I like Derek Queen. I remember listening to Jake Madison talking about drafting Derek Queen like months ago. So he was spot on that. The Fears kid, no fears. I love that he's got number 0. But like he's super young. I mean, I like the aggressiveness of, I don't know, I guess like a revamp. Like this is a revamp, and it's like, hey, this is try number 3 of rebuilding around Zion. So here we are again, and I'm interested to see like how this goes this time. Zion needs to play. I think the main thing is you got rid of that soft cloud that the Pelicans had for so many years of like being so soft with the players, man. Oh, Zion played tonight, but Zion's going to sit out this game. I hope that's over. Dude. Like, get that out of here. That's just not a good mentality to have. And it gets down to the fans to where the fans are soft. Even the fans are like, oh, yeah, no, I think it's the right thing to sit him this night. No, it's not. No, it's not, dude. Like, let's play ball and let's win some games, bro. Like, we don't have the, what's the word I'm looking for? The pleasure of just being like, oh, yeah, we're going to sit him out because it's a back-to-back. Man, screw that, dude. That stuff's soft, bro.
Well, let's pretend that Devin Snow is the GM for the Pelicans. Are you making that trade in the draft? And then what are you doing with Zion?
I mean, I'm definitely keeping Zion. I don't care. I want to watch Zion's entire career play out, right? Instead of trading him somewhere, which you know how this works. I mean, we've all lived in Louisiana long enough to know, like, this is when you trade a guy like that, he goes on and you're going to see him on TV. How many Saints players have we seen this happen to? How many former Pelicans players? You're going to see them. Josh Hart's in the playoffs playing for the Knicks. You're going to see them on a brighter stage. They're going to shine. So why not, like, just, you know what I'm saying? I want to look at Zion until, he's dusty on the shelf. Yeah, dude. Like, I just, as far as the trade, it's like, be aggressive, be different, try something different. When was the last time we had, like, I'm not going to say extremely successful team, but where the fans were invested, all that. I mean, when we traded and got Anthony Davis and Austin Rivers and that one, we were rejuvenated. We were excited. We had a couple runs in the playoffs. Like, at the end of the day, we're talking about the Pelicans still, but you got to make some moves, man. You got to be aggressive. So I like Dumars. It
feels like Trey Murphy is going to be counted on to be a star for this team. Like, he's going to have to raise his level of play. Not that he hasn't, but it's been, okay, well, you had CJ there, you had Ingram there, and so he was like a nice secondary piece, but it feels like he's going to have to be the second scorer on this team behind Zion, because you look right now, and once, who knows when Murray's going to come back, but if you started the season today, it would be Fears at point guard, Poole at shooting guard, you'd have Murphy at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then obviously at the center position, you sign Looney, you draft Queen. You're going to have a lot of different options there. So
got to start me.
I thought he was great in his rookie year a year ago, but like you got 3 real options at the center position, but like Trey Murphy's going to score some points.
Absolutely. He's going to have to be, what year is this for Trey Murphy? Year 4? He's going to have to be what we've said he was going to be for the last 4 years. It's going to have to happen. I'm not trying to knock the guy, but like sometimes it's inconsistent. He'll go for 40 points, and then the other night he'll go 2 for 12 from 3. Yep. He's going to have to be consistent, bro. And look, I like the guy, but I'm not completely sold that he's a superstar as of yet. But this is the year he can show it.
So I want to talk about like a little bit more important sport. July 4th, were you tuned into the Wiener King, Joey Chestnut? Hot dog eating competition. Taking back his belt.
Dude, every single year. I met Joey Chestnut a few years back, and I felt like I was meeting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you were meeting just
Elvis.
a legend. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Starstruck.
Yeah.
Is there any better announcer, like on television, any sport, than the guy that announces Joey Chestnut on before the hot dog eating?
No, he's right up there with Buffer.
I'm better.
Yeah, he's
it's
amazing.
like
that guy waits the whole year for that. So it all just comes out in one intro. He's ready for that.
And it's a 5-minute intro too.
Yeah, and people forget, like, these dudes don't just eat hot dogs. You know, if you go look up the Major League food records, go pull them up. Joey Chestnut holds the most ridiculous records. Like, he holds the records for most peeps. You know, the things from Easter.
Most peeps? He's out here eating peeps?
Yeah, dude, he's eating everything. Pull up the records. They got it at MajorLeagueEating.com or something like that. I used to be into this stuff. But, he's got like 50 records.
Well, all those guys are accomplished eaters. A lot of them are specialty eaters. Like, some are like good at burgers, like you said, just like really random foods. A lot of those guys at that table during the hot dog eating contest are champions at their specific food.
Yeah, I know Joey Chestnut's also got the record for cheese curds. He's eating the most cheese curds as well. Which I
think shrimp cocktail too. He's got a shrimp cocktail.
Alondra has the list. Eggs.
Eggs at 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes.
Don't want to be, in a closed door room with him. Oof.
Asparagus is also another disgusting bathroom food. Yeah, respect your body for real. 12 pounds in 10 minutes of deep-fried asparagus. 45.
Deep fried?
He's not respecting his body at all, Dev. You got to send him some merch telling him.
Whoa.
Pork. 45 pulled pork sandwiches in 10 minutes.
That sounds
By
good.
the way, these eating contests, like, I cannot watch them because they disgust me. Like, they are so disgusting.
And they dip it in the water.
Yeah.
And the one guy's like hand is red up to his elbow.
Disgusting.
Like, what are you dipping your hand in?
Probably Gatorade. You need to get on some My High.
No doubt.
53 soft tacos from Taco Bell in 10 minutes.
We've all done that.
In there.
Yeah.
It's just like a night after Fred's.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. That one's easy.
There's
Dev,
a lot.
I don't know if you're setting a record, but where are you eating red beans and rice today?
Dude, I have no idea. But, I said that last week, and I found a gem, Clay's Cafe, right down Airline across from the Saints practice facility. Bro, you better get over there, dude. That place was phenomenal.
You've never been there before?
Ribs. No, never been there. I took a complete shot in the dark on it, too. Like, it was like one of them situations where I'm just looking on the computer, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, dude, here we go again, bro. Like, trying to find somewhere, blah, 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 blah. And I just saw this little place, Clay's Cafe, and they might have had like 8 total reviews, but they were all 5 stars, dude. And they were all like, one guy had wrote that he had left a $50 tip. And that's when I got out of my chair and got in the truck. I was like, there's no way. So I got to see what's going on. Hey, what's y'all's thoughts on the ad patches for LSU, bro? Who y'all think is going to be that?
Yeah, we used your list kind of your odds when we were talking about it. I'm going to say that it feels real Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
That feels like the leader in the clubhouse. I think Gordon would be in the mix. I think walk-ons would be in the mix.
Leader for me is either Coca Powerade or Louisiana Lottery.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, because like that list I made with the odds, it wasn't like including real like mainstream, like big, powerful companies. Now, we'll throw one out there that I think would look good on the LSU jersey. You ready for that? Taco Bell. Dude, that would be fire.
Just because of the color combination?
Yeah, the color combination. And let's just be honest, Taco Bell, best fast food menu in the game, period.
I mean, it used to be like super cheap too. Now they got a little proud. They're a little proud of their stuff in there, but it's okay.
I get the same thing every time. I get 5 soft tacos, I get a chicken quesadilla, and I get 2 orders of cinnamon twist with a Baja Blast.
Jesus, does that come with a diaper, Dev?
Not respecting your body.
My God. Well, good
Well,
for
first
you.
step to respecting your body, you got to disrespect it first.
That's true.
You know?
That is very, very true. All right, there he is, our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, at Snow Like John is the handle. Give him a follow there. Dev, we appreciate it, sir. We'll catch up next week.
I appreciate y'all. I need a PSA connect on them cards, man. I'm ripping packs too, bro.
All right.
Oh, dude,
all
let's
right.
hook up.
All right, let's link up because we're all in.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
We dove in very head first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. Well,
save us.
You'll be with us soon. You're in.
All right, y'all take care.
See you, Deb. We dabble.
Dip our toe in it.
We dabble. It's like those big hits you have. They just keep you coming back.
They do. It's kind of like golf. Like a good shot keeps you coming back.
One good shot.
Yeah. Hey, when we come back, Taylor, can you pull up that clip of the Joey Chestnut introduction?
All right. We'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Well, speaking of diving in, would you like to dive into a Russell pool? Because when you see what they can do for you, you'll be blown away. I mean, they're going to make the pool of your dreams. In fact, that's their tagline because they know it is factual. Let's build your dream pool. And what better time to get that process started than right now, because you are going to enjoy it year long. This is Louisiana. It is always pool season here in Louisiana, but this is truly a one-stop shop. We're talking about construction, maintenance, retail, all of that you handle with one company. That company is Russell Pool Company, and you can trust them. We trust them. Everybody they build pools for trust them. LSU, the Tigers, trust them as well.
Yeah, let them build your dream pool. They can do everything from design to landscape architect to financing options. They can do it all. When you think of quality pools, you think of Russell Pools. RussellPools.com.
With bold leadership and a growing population, Louisiana is rewarding excellence, attracting high-value companies, and fueling opportunity. Louisiana is winning now, and the sky is the limit. With every region and industry growing across a beautiful state that's more than a culture, it's a community with a quality of life that's more than satisfying. It's sustainable because the Louisiana you thought you knew is better than ever now. Come home, Louisiana.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, and welcome back into OTB. We are very excited to welcome a new member into the foxhole here at OTB, Gulf Coast Office Products. You go to their website, gcopnet.com is the website. Check out a full list of products they have, the industries that they can help out with, the locations, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mandeville, and Lafayette, law firms, engineering firms, schools, universities, banks, hospitals, and medical services. I mean, we are talking to you, and it truly is like this one-stop shop. And we were having the conversation last week, and like no matter how many times you work with them, how many different products you have, like there's one bill. Right. Like, there's one bill that you get. You don't get like 4 or 5 different ones, which I'm not saying who it was, but there's somebody on here that, you know, learned the hard way.
Learn the hard way. In this world, it's like digital. Like everything is, keep all the files digitally in the cloud. There's one thing that's consistent with businesses, and you have to print. You have to be able to print lots of things, and Gulf Coast can help you with that. Then you talk about a company that started and has grown and is helping so many, have so many printers out there, but they haven't lost that personal touch, and that's what we love about them. And they can help you. Go see gcopnet.com.
Yeah, it truly is a personable. I mean, you're calling in, you're not getting a robot, you're not getting a wait 1 second. You are getting somebody on the phone immediately when you get in contact with them. That Baton Rouge office is 225-756-2644. In New Orleans, 504-733-3830. We do have some breaking news, and I'll explain who this is, Flynn. Joe Castiglione is retiring as the AD of Oklahoma. He's been at Oklahoma for so long. I mean, this is somebody, he's the longest tenured current AD in like all of major college sports. And if you've ever met Joe C., I mean, he's an incredible human being, got great stories, and lived a very interesting life. I mean, he has had a lot of different experiences, but I mean, he has just been a staple there in Norman. And obviously their athletic programs have thrived. Softball, football, baseball's had runs, basketball's had runs. But it's going to be real interesting to see maybe who replaces Joe C., because, again, he's going to retire from his full-time role during the upcoming school year. And, like, there's a lot of people that only know Oklahoma athletics through Joe C. So, a couple names, Zach Selman at Mississippi State. Remember, he was right under Joe C. at Oklahoma before he takes that job. I certainly think that would be one of the leaders in the clubhouse. And, look, as we know, you got, an AD that's more than steady and out there and making big moves and has all the team's backs and cares about the entire athletic department, how big that can be. I mean, we were fortunate when we were playing that Skip Bertman was the athletic director here. I mean, we know what Scott Woolford's doing right now. So
especially in the time that we live in right now, but you have to commit dollars. You have to be creative. You have to swing for the fences on your hires and what you're committing. And it can't just be one sport. You have to commit to, the AD in this world can make or break you. We see it now. I mean, we're so fortunate here at LSU because we got a guy that has committed the funds, committed the dollars, committed the time, and has a pretty good batting average right now.
Reading some of the chat, there's a lot of people that maybe want to get in the car business with us.
I mean, I don't like to say we're trendsetters, but
yeah,
people following what we do.
I would like to think like our guy Anthony Renato probably, here in Baton Rouge had a pretty good.
Well, yeah, okay. Everybody's a follower at some point,
So to make sure we throw that out there, We don't do that every day at all.
It's like there's a shape to that. Like there's Anthony, and then like we're underneath him. And then there's more people. Like what's Ponzi scheme? It's like
Would you call it a
tier?
Like
a triangle.
It's just a pyramid scheme.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, that's what that would be called. No, it's not. We just like to hit big hits.
I like to hit big hits.
Like this Jaden Daniels.
Look at this.
That he acts like he's going to hold on to, and he's absolutely not.
We're holding on to one of our Jaden Daniels cards.
Is that the one?
I don't know. We might. It might be this one. I'm going to send my downtown in to get graded. Devin's in the huddle saying I need a PSA connection so he doesn't have to send it to some dude in Silicon Valley.
I wish you could, and maybe there is. You know the card game better than I do. I wish there was somewhere you could just go, drop it off, and they would do it right there.
Yeah, there should be, and there's got to be. Like there's like I think it's a 65-day business day wait.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Like if I'm a card shop, and they don't have this ability, but I would want, hey, offer this. You get one per like territory. You drop it off to us. We look at it. We grade it. It's back the next day.
Yes, you got to. You'd have to police it though. There's a lot of probably some bribery going on with that situation.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break.
Got to get that intro.
When we come back, we are going to play the Joey Chestnut intro because I want to give it its time. So we got to take a break now. We'll wrap it up. Maybe we'll get you some Ask the Bench right here on 104.5.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Allstartoyotabatonrouge.com is the website. Buying, new, leasing, and renting. Everything is available. Right now, we lease the Highlander. It is perfect for me and the family, exactly what we need, but they've got multiple options. If you need something bigger, if you need something smaller, if you want a sedan, a hybrid, whatever it might be. If you want the Sienna minivan, but you don't want just any Sienna minivan, you want a murdered out version of the Sienna minivan. Remember, there's no longer that one here in town. You would be one of one. The other one's in Chicago now. So you can have a murdered out mini, black on black on black. You can get that next All-Star.
Yeah, if you're driving right now looking for a fresh start, get rid of that old clunker. Go find yourself a Toyota. Reliable, anything you need, whether you got a small family, big family, you're single, want to look awesome on the highway, press some chicks, whatever it is. You can go check out the lot. You can see what they have on their lot right now on the website. You can also start your buyback process, what your trade-in value is going to be. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
We are humbled by age in preparation for the great insult of death. But there are those who stand immortal, not through the grace of heaven, but through their own triumphs. I speak of this man. Formed from the shards of shattered angels, wielding the white sword of righteousness, standing as quiet as truth. Ladies and gentlemen, while we must all face the dark mountain of night, forsaken and forlorn, alone in the ruins of our own minds, he will never fail or falter, for he defies the ministers of our fate and the limitations of our birth. And he will not stop until he stands side by side with the gods, his glory is strung like beads of light, to adorn the arc of history itself. Joey Chestnut!
Shout out, Joey.
That's pretty electric.
That was electric. It's not one of the better ones he's done either, but
Where does he come up with these things?
I don't know. They're so good.
writes them
though.
all year.
So good.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that he just looks forward to all year. Is
He
just
crushes
like,
it.
Yeah.
Formed through the broken shards of angels. Like
He goes one for one every year though. He's batting
the
1,000.
white sword of justice.
You think he uses ChatGPT now?
I don't. Yeah, probably. But the way
Yeah.
it's all about delivery too,
No, for sure.
and he delivers it in an epic way.
I agree.
Well done.
Like, does that guy do anything else?
I hope not.
He should get paid $10
Like
million
for the year,
that.
yeah.
Right there.
I hope
$10 million.
Let's get to one question here.
One question.
Will the USA ever be good at soccer? So they lost in the Gold Cup final to
That's the
Mexico.
question.
Que viva Mexico!
Mexico had their A team. We had a bunch of plumbers out there. I'm kidding. We had the B team.
You think? Never
Oh, we
mind. I
lost?
probably shouldn't make that joke.
We lost?
I think I
We
can.
lost 2
I'm
to
Mexican.
1. Lost 2 to 1.
It wasn't on the fourth, was it?
No, it wasn't. Congrats, Alondra and Danny. We'll be back. More OTB tomorrow.
Off the bench.
Well, this feels weird because, I was watching the USA-Mexico game and started thinking about Dos Equis and going for Dos, and I guess it won out. I guess it won out there. But look, we say it, and it can't be just lip service. There's not a bad time for Dos Equis. Lake beer, pool beer, beach beer, toes in the sand, Dos Equis in hand, tailgate beer. It is never a bad time. So enjoy responsibly. Put your feet up. Kick them on up. Enjoy an ice-cold Dos Equis.
Lager Especial, Amber Especial, they got it. We're in South Louisiana, all right? Everyone likes a beverage. Everyone likes to have a little beer, cocktail, whatever it is. Make it a Dos Equis. Go for Dos, the delicious Mexican lager. Anytime is a good time for a beer, and especially Dos Equis. Drink responsibly, but delete some beers with Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.